Good afternoon, everyone, and we're back again here on Saturday. It's the 3rd of October. Hold on a second, I just got caught in some wires. That's not a good start, was it? Let's start again. Saturday, 3rd of October, we're here at Holloway's Park for today's EvoStix Southern Premier League match between Slough Town and today's visitors are Bideford. Warm welcome to everyone from Bideford, whether you're listening or if you're at the game. We hope you have a safe journey back, hopefully without the 3 points, but we're not biased at all, are we, Will?
Well, we would like 3 points, but...
And so would Bideford, but we'll see how it goes. What we'll do is run through the teams with you in a second, and some team changes for Slough. There's quite a few differences in the Slough team from Tuesday night, where they lost 3-0 to Leamington. In coming to the starting lineup straight away on loan from Braintree is Charlie Strutton. Jai Dillon has been recalled to Hazen Yedding. Nathan Webb is still out. He's hopefully going to be back for next week. Jake Parsons is injured, and unfortunately Jake may need a scan and with the possibility of an operation, so we wish Jake all the best. Warren Harris and Scott Harris have picked up injuries in training. Luke Williams has gone on loan to Met Police, and he starts today apparently for them. And we've got Stuart Lake back in the team, and Gherkin Gockman has been returned from his loan spell, dual registration at Ascot. And also we've got Adam Nditi, which we hope is how we pronounce his name. I think that's how it's pronounced. He returns to us. He played a pre-season game for us in against Wheelstone, and he's back with us for today after the recall of Jai Dillon. So there's a run through the teams with you. We are Rebels Radio. We're brought to you in conjunction with MyFootballClub and also the Slough Town Supporters Trust. And if you want any more information on those, just put .co.uk at the end of that and you'll get onto the site. And if you want to contact us, you can contact us through, if you're a member of MyFC, through the Matchday chat. And if not, you can contact us on Twitter, which I still don't really understand, but I'm going to get the hang of it one day. And you can contact us at MyFC Rebels Radio, and we will give you live coverage of today's game. And we're about 10 minutes away from kick-off, and what I'll do is I'll run through the teams with you. The first lineup, we've got starting with our visitors who play in all red. In goal for them is Kyle Moore. 2 is Ian Sampson. 3, Stephen Reed. 4, Billy Tucker. 5, Ed Palmer. 6, Ben Gehring. 7, and the captain is Matty Bye. 8, Matt Hockley. 9, Josh Grant. 10, Matty Andrew, and 11, Bedward. Just the 3 subs for Bideford today. Kevin Squire wears 12. Dan Harrison plays 14, and Chris McGrath plays 15. For the Rebels, a slightly changed team from Tuesday. So in goal is still Mark Scott. 2, Sean Fraser. Number 3, making his full league debut for Slough, is Adam Nditi. 4, Guy Hollis. 5, and the captain back in the team is Gary McDonald. 6 is Adrian Sear. 7, Ryan Hope. 8, Adam Martin. Charlie Mpai wears 9, and a new signing, Charlie Strutton, comes in wearing 10, and Lewis Putman will wear 11. The subs for the Rebels today, Dan Hicks will wear 12. 14, Stuart Lake. 15, Gherkin Gockman. 16 is Warren Harris, and 18 is Scott Harris. The referee for today is Jason Connolly. His assistants are Jonathan Bond and Mark Hounsell. And we're a few minutes away from kick-off. We're just seeing all the teams have gone in. They've just left their substitutes out, having a little bit of a kick around at the moment. And not many people here today, Will. It seems a little bit light on.
That's a bit quiet today. Hopefully there'll be a couple more turning up just before we kick off.
Well, maybe more than a couple. Mostly still in the bar, aren't they? So
I think recently we've been playing quite well matches, but we haven't quite been getting the result we want. So hopefully today we'll be able to turn that performance into 3 points.
Yeah, and both teams. Is this too early in the season to call it a 6-pointer?
At the moment, no.
You sure?
We're a bit close to relegation zone, and we'd like to pull away if we can.
As would Bideford. Also, what we'll do is run through for you today's other fixtures in the Southern Premier League, starting with Cambridge versus Dunstable. We've got Chesham at home to Dorchester, Frome versus Leamington, Hitchin versus Porton, Kettering versus Hungerford, Kings Lynn versus Chippenham, Merthyr Town versus Biggleswade, Poole versus Redditch, St Neots versus Cirencester. Hopefully St Neots haven't got coach trouble getting into a home game. Stratford versus Histon, and the last match is Weymouth versus Bedworth, and obviously Slough Bideford. And just to run through a few stats for you, this is only the third meeting, fourth meeting today will be. Only met 3 times in previous seasons, and Slough won the first one at home 4-1. But lost the second one away to Bideford 2-0, and it was a game that I lovely remember, because I wasn't doing a radio, so I was behind the goal, or to the side of the goal, as it was, because it's got a running track round it. And we conceded an early goal, and Slough have a habit of doing that, and we hope they don't do that today. And Bideford not doing very well in the latest form guides. In the last 8 games they've played 8, won none, draw 2, lost 6, scored 4 goals and against 16. But Slough only 21st in the form guide. Unfortunately, they've played 8, won 2, drawn 1, lost 5, 4, 12 and against 15, but that does include the 7-1 beating of Histon, so it kind of like just pushes up our stats a little bit more in the goal scored column. And we're just looking for an entertaining game.
I think we'll see some goals today. There's only been 4 clean sheets kept between the two teams, of both teams playing 11 games, so there should be a few goals.
Yeah, and Slough will be again another game where they've had to make changes to their team through injuries and players recalled, and they've just not really got a stable 11, have they?
I'm not sure if we've had 2 consecutive matches where we've put out the same team. I guess we'll have something we'll have to look out for in the future, but there's been too many injuries which have disrupted the team, which meant we haven't really had a stable 11 to be able to get a couple of partnerships together and produce the goods.
No, and then Bideford are very much there in the same kind of boat as us. I know the other week they were missing 8 players as Bideford come out now. The both teams just coming out, and I've run through the teams again just before that. But Bideford have got, I know the other week they had 8 first teamers out, and I believe they've got 4 first teamers out today. And like Slough, they've made a couple of signings in midweek.
So 2 new signings, Ed Palmer and Ben Gehring. I think Ben Gehring used to play for them. I think he's playing centre half today. Ed Palmer might be playing centre half, might be playing up front. We're not quite sure. We'll have to see how other teams line up.
It'd be interesting to see how Slough line up as the players just shake their hands, are just going through that ritual facing the main stand to our right. And Bideford in a red top with a white strip going across the top. They're like a corner flash. And we'll try and give you all the updates of the game as it goes on, as the stadium announcer just runs through the team. Just to make you aware that up and coming games for the Rebels, there is a home game on Tuesday where we will be home to Dorchester Town. And then Saturday we've actually got a rearranged game. We were due to be away to Dunstable, but Dunstable are through to the next round of the FA Cup after beating Kingstonian 2-0. So they've got a FA Cup game next Saturday. So Slough have rearranged a game that would have been away to on a Tuesday night to Histon, and it's that's going to be Saturday the 10th of October.
Histon, I believe, playing the same ground as Cambridge.
No. No, that was last season.
Last season, they've got new grounds.
Histon is the home of the Cambridgeshire FA, and Cambridge were playing there last season. Cambridge now play at St Ives.
Okay.
You see, you're not up to date, are you?
No.
See, these apprentices, that's what it is, you see. As some of the Slough fans just coming into the stand here. The referee's just blowing his whistle, just calling everyone over. And Slough just, Mark Scott going through a few jumping bits there, and few stewards here today. I don't know why there's not many Bideford fans who have made it, so if you are listening at home and you're a Bideford fan or a Slough fan, please feel free to contact us on Twitter. We'll try and answer any questions of what's going on in the games or possible lineups. It does look like Ed Palmer is lining up as a centre back alongside Gehring, and they are a formidable size, aren't they? They're both quite tall, over 6'2"ish.
I'm not sure if they're very big or the rest of the team are very small. But,
I think the number 6 Gehring looks a good 6'4" on. The decisions have been made. The captains have shaken hands. Slough will be attacking from right to left for the first half, and Bideford it is who will kick off the start of the first half. We're just waiting for the referee to make sure everything's up and running. He's a couple of minutes early, but there you go. Slough looking like they're going to close down. All the fans just coming past us now. We're just waiting for the referee to decide. Is he happy? I know what he's waiting for. He realised he's a bit early, that's what it is. Any time today, ref. And there we go. Kick off for Bideford. They play it immediately down to the left hand side where Sean Fraser heads the ball away for Slough, but only as far as the left back Reed. It's cleared by Slough, and MP gets a push in the back already, but the referee says nothing going. Good header by the captain Bide, only as far as Adam Martin in the centre of Slough midfield. He can't keep that one in, and it's out of play on this near hand side, for a throw in to Bideford.
And Bideford with the throw in is now coming in up to number 9. It's gone for a Slough
to number 9. You should know the names.
I need to learn the names.
Yeah, quick throw by McDonald up towards Empire. He's won the ball, but it's only as far as Bye can turn, playing the ball out, looking for Wood on that far side. Wood up against Fraser. Fraser goes back to Scott, the goalkeeper. Scott has to come to the edge of his area and volley that one up. Gearing again. Good clear header by the centre-back. It's picked up by Ben Wood for Bideford in the centre of midfield to Andrew. Andrew goes back to the left-back Reed. Reed looking down the line, and that one's just slightly overhit, and that'll be out of play. And throw into Slough on the far-hand side. And
I think it's been brought back for an offside. So the linesman had his flag up for a long, long time. Referee hadn't noticed, and as soon as Bideford lost the ball, he's given the offside.
As some of the Slough fans just making their way round to the goal. Are they going to be a little bit noisier today? We should hope so.
Ball's just been played back for the offside to be taken.
Yeah, just if you are experiencing a little bit of fuzziness at the moment, I'm just trying to correct that at the moment. So just bear with me. We'll try and carry on chatting through the game. We're just waiting for the free kick to be taken. It still hasn't been taken yet. It's Palmer with the free kick. Aims long towards Gearing. Gearing up against McDonald, but it comes through to Tucker, and Tucker's played the ball to Gearing. Gearing can turn, and he plays it off McDonald for the first corner of the game, and it's on this near hand side. And it's Tucker that will go over and take that.
I think Slough Town are lining up in a 4-4-2. We'll have to wait just to check that.
Yeah, Tucker will take this corner on this near hand side. It's an in-swinging corner. Aimed and so almost a free header there for Hockley. He just felt that he was pushed there, but he didn't get clear enough contact on it. It's gone out on the far hand side for a goal kick, and Slough will be relieved that there was a good ball in there, and there's a little bit of height with those two centre-backs going forwards. So not much height for the rest of the team. They look like a small, nippy kind of team. You can see Tucker playing up front. Tucker was the person that scored in the away game last season, scored off after I think it was about 23 seconds in that game. So Scott takes the goal kick for Slough. Long kick. Palmer up against MP. Palmer wins that one well. Fraser with the clearing header. It comes through to Putman. Putman heads it to Nditi. Putman just gets tripped there, and the referee will pull that one back. Just got clipped there as he was making a run into the corner, and he's just gone down. He's just got a bit caught there. He hasn't asked for any treatment yet. He's still down on his haunches.
Slough taking it quickly, and now it's been called back by the referee.
Yeah, Slough trying to do a cheeky one there, doesn't. And the referee will put it back. It looks like Sear will take this free kick. He takes it quickly now to Nditi. Nditi can whip the ball in for the far hand side to McDonald. McDonald up against Palmer. It's cleared by only as far as Fraser. Fraser out to Empire on that far hand side, beaten to the ball by Palmer, and out for a throw in on the far hand side, which Fraser will take.
Down to Ryan Hope, who hits it forwards, but it's going to be cut out. And Bideford playing ball up down the line.
Yeah, Sampson with the long ball down. It's overhit, and then Ditty sees it out for Slough just by the halfway line. Quick throw back to Scott, closed down by Josh Grant, and Scott's out to kick that one quickly, and MP's gone up to win the header. He's won, but Palmer again, good solid header by the centre back pair, and it's up for Wood up against Fraser, but Fraser does well to defend that one. He takes a throw in quickly, looking for Strutton just bundled there by Palmer, as he's not going to take things easy, as Bideford have the ball on the far side. Hollis with the clearing header, only as far as Bye can try and bring the ball forwards to Reed. The ball's blocked. It will fall to Matty Andrew. Andrew can't keep control, and Slough can bring the ball away with Adam Martin inside his own half, looking for Putman on the left, and the ball just it took an unfortunate bounce there, and Putman can't keep that ball in on that far hand side. It was hit with a bit of pace, and unfortunately just couldn't keep his foot on it. It's out for a throw in deep inside the Bideford half, and we have played 5 minutes here. It remains 0-0. And an interesting fact is that 33% of the Southern Premier League games this season have finished either 0-0, 1-0 or 1-1. And when Slough only concede 0 or 1 goals, they've actually unbeaten for the season. They just need to stop conceding 2. As Bideford have the ball with Reed on the far hand side, looking for the run of Ben Wood. Ben Wood up against Fraser, and Wood does well on the far hand side to control the ball. Keeps it in, goes back to the left back Reed, and Tucker on this near hand side for Bideford, totally unmarked, but the ball's played forward. It's cleared by Hollis towards Hope. Hope looking for the ball over the top, and MP comes up, but Moore, the goalkeeper, comes out, and Strutton tries to flick the ball up for Empire. Empire's been battered again by Gearing, and this time the referee says that that's a foul. He's come through the back of him, and Slough will have a free kick. It's about 20 yards out. It's just to the right of the far hand side post.
It's been a shooting opportunity here for Slough.
Yeah, I think that you'll see that Putman will most probably take this one. It looks like he's lining up with it. Also Sear and Hope are standing around.
We won't have a particularly big wall to get the ball over, as the two centre-backs, Palmer and Gehring, are going to be looking to head the ball away.
Yes, it's either going to be Putman to shoot or Ryan Hope to put the ball in for Slough. Just wait and see. The referee's just making sure the wall is back 10 yards as Jake Parsons walks past us. Going to take his seat in the stand. And it looks like it's going to be Putman to take this free kick, as he just shakes hands with Adam Fowler, who's sitting there injured. It's been taken in. No, it's fallen. It's a good save by Moore, but it's the rebounds only come as far as Hope. Hope can keep the ball in for Slough. He's on this far hand side. He's going to get the ball in. He's crossed the ball in. Strutton can't get there, and it'll fall to MP. MP's just going to watch that one go out for a throw-in on the far hand side. Good free kick there by Putman, but good save by Moore. He just powered it into the danger zone, but no Slough player could get to the rebound, and Slough will take this free kick on the far hand side. And sorry, not free kick, throw-in on the far hand side. Hollis will go over to take this for the Rebels. It looks like it's going to be a long throw. And Slough just trying to put a bit of pressure on here. They've got to be careful of the break. It's thrown in. MP's beaten to the ball by Gearing. It's headed clear by Bideford, only as far as Adam Martin. Martin, 25 yards out, turns onto his right foot, goes back to Nditi. That's not the best ball there for Adam Martin, and Slough will go all the way back to the goalkeeper Scott. Tucker chasing that ball down, and Tucker does really well. He's just forced Scott to hurry up there. The ball's played forward. Strudden beaten to the ball again by Gearing. Slough just have to stop playing lofted balls into the centre, and Bideford have the ball. It's with Grant. Grant closed down by.
Ball's gone through, and
it's Matty Andrews through. He's just.
And Mark's will be able to pick up and play the ball out quickly to Nditi on this left-hand side. He's going to bring the ball forward now. A couple of players making runs in front of him, but it's been cut out there by Matty and it's going to be a throw-in on the left-hand side. DT to Adam Martin. Try and turn his man, but he gets tackled. It's been another Slough Town throw-in.
Yep, so Nditi takes a throw, and it's literally on the halfway line. And does a quick throw to Putman. Putman gives the ball back to Nditi. Nditi's immediately closed down, gives it to Putman. Putman makes one of the players. Good challenge there by Hockley, and that's a poor challenge there by. And the ball's forward to it's Josh Grant. He's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He's going around the goalkeeper. He's going to try and get the ball in. He's going to have another shot. Scott comes back and gets the ball, but the referee is bound to call this one back. And you will see either a yellow or a red card here for the challenge on the number 8, Matt Hockley. It was Guy Hollis who went in that. It was a strong challenge, but I think his foot
raised off the ground.
His foot was off the ground. And is it Hollis or was it McDonald? I thought it was Hollis.
I thought it was Hollis as well. But there was a good block on the line there by Nditi to stop the Bideford going up early once again.
Yeah, and Slough, is he booking? Is it McDonald?
He's talking with Adam Martin and McDonald.
Strangely enough, I would have said that was a yellow card at least.
I thought so as well.
And it wasn't. It's not.
But I think
he's saying it was Martin with the tackle.
He's
chatting to McDonald because McDonald's the captain, and he's just had a word with Martin. It's going to be a corner to Bideford. Tucker will take this. It'll be another in-swinging corner for Slough to deal with.
No booking.
And we're waiting for the ball to come in from Tucker. Tucker goes deep this time. McDonald up against. It's cleared off the line by Mark Scott, and then it's smacked over by, I think it was Sear with the second clearance, but Slough just not dealing with these long crosses and corners in from Bideford. And Bideford just won that first one with Gearing, headed it down, but Ben Wood couldn't steer it in past Mark Scott. This time it's a corner on the far hand side. It will be the captain, Matty Bye, to take this one. Again, this will be an in-swinging corner. Slough just got to deal with the height that Bideford have got. That's a good ball in, and this time Mark Scott does well to claim that one, and he's going to look to try and release Slough quickly. Releases it to Hope, throws it down, and Hope can bring the ball out. He's run a long way, but he's been closed down well by Ben Wood, but Strudden tries to come across, and Wood... I think Ryan Hope's adjudged to have fouled there. I think he was claiming maybe that he was fouled, but the referee said no. It was a foul by Hope, and Bideford will have a free kick level with the away dugout, and some lovely fetching pink tank tops worn by the Bideford substitutes.
And as everyone was bunched up for the corner, you could see Bideford centre-backs Palm and Gehring clearly had several inches on anyone else in the box.
Yeah, and Gearing's gone forward for this free kick. It's going to be taken by Palmer. The two new signings. And again, hemmed for Gearing. Gearing will get to that ball first, will he? He's just overhit, and unfortunately for Bideford, he can't keep that one in. He just took it at the wrong time. And the referee asking for a ball, which is duly dispatched by the manager, Neil Baker. And it remains here at Holloway's Park after the first 11 minutes of the game. It's Slough Town 0, Bideford 0. Slough with a good chance from Lewis Putman, free kick, but two good chances, 2 1-on-1s for Bideford, and they haven't taken either one, and they'll rue those misses if it stays like this. So Scott takes the goal kick, again aimed long towards MP. MP clashes into Palmer, and that is a free kick.
As we reach the 12th minute, Slough haven't conceded an early goal for once, so hopefully that's a good omen.
Shush! Don't say that. I'm not allowed to say that. Be positive. Long kick taken up. 1-1 by Sear. Fraser up against Wood, and it's headed on, and it'll come into the hands of Mark Scott. I'm not allowed to say that.
Commentator's curse, is it?
Got to be optimistic. As Scott takes a long kick aimed for Putman. Putman up against the right back Sampson. Putman does well to keep it in on this far hand side. He comes into the box, drills in a good low cross. It's come off Gearing, and it will be a corner for the Rebels on the far hand side. Good break there by Slough. Long kick by the goalkeeper Mark Scott, and Putman found himself in a lot of space there. And I think the Slough and Bideford have got the same kind of problem, is that they don't seem to have a naturally left-sided player, and I think for Slough it's the left-hand side, and for Bideford it's the right-hand side. Tucker's just going forwards now. He seems to be playing more of a right midfield role. So it's going to be Hope with the free kick. He's taken it in low. It's come to MP. MP's still got the ball. It's just cleared off the line again. This time it's going to be a second corner to Slough in succession, and Slough just putting a little bit of pressure on. They need to make the pressure count. There's a goal in one of the games in the Southern Premier League. It's Kettering 1, Hungerford 0. And again, we'll wait for the corner to come in. And this time it's played in deep. It's going to come all the way through to McDonald. McDonald just flips the ball in so far. Strutton falls to Empire. Empire's shot is blocked, this time by Hockley, and it's out for another corner on the far hand side. This time it's going to be taken by Sear. And Slough just a bit of pressure, and Bideford defending well. He's going to leave it for Putman. Putman has just taken the last two corners, and Putman will go over and take this one.
This will be an in-swinging corner for Putman this time.
We'll wait for Putman to place this ball in. Strutton at the back post for Slough. This one's played in near post. It's flicked on by Empire. It's come out to Martin. Martin chips the ball back in. This time it's cleared by Gearing, and Bideford can bring the ball away. And it's a break on this time, so up for Tucker. Tucker up against Nditi. Nditi plays it back. Ball trying to flick over, and Hollis heads it over, and almost hits the young lady in front of us. And it'll be a throw-in quickly taken by Tucker, looking for Grant. Grant gets the ball, gives it back to Tucker on this near-hand side. Tucker will put it in with his left foot. He's only hit it as far as Adam Martin. Martin trying to play a ball over that it doesn't reach Empire, and Reed plays the ball forward, and it's come to Hockley, and Hockley lofts a ball into the penalty box, but no one in there, and safely into the arms of Slough goalkeeper Mark Scott. And Mark Scott looking for a long kick, trying to find the new signing for Slough, Charlie Strudden, but just bounces through to the opposing goalkeeper, Kyle Moore. And it remains here at Holloway's Park after 15 minutes. It's Slough Town 0, Bideford 0. And Moore has the ball for Bideford. This is a long, high kick, looking for trying to put the Slough defence under a bit of... Oh, and there's a bit of a collision there. Mark Scott's gone up with his foot high, and he's just caught the number 9 for Bideford, Josh Grant, in the face. And Grant's got to be made of tough stuff. He's just got straight up from that as Scott decides to take the long kick. This time it's MP up against Reed. Reed is first to the ball. Gearing with the header for Bideford. Only as far as Adam Martin. Martin heads it back into the danger zone. It will come through to Putman on this left-hand side. Putman's immediately closed down, and he's just run the ball out of play on this near-hand side, and it'll be a throw-in to Bideford.
From the early stages, we can see both goalkeepers have got long kicks, so we have to watch out for Route 1 football to open up either defence. And it's gone back out for another Bideford throw-in. Up near the halfway line this time. Just wait for a ball to come back.
Yep, Sampson it will be to take the throw-in for Bideford. Hockley makes himself available for the ball. His first touch isn't the best. Strutton comes over to try and close him down. It's back to Sampson. Sampson down the line, and he's offside. I didn't seem to think he was offside when the ball was actually played. It was a good run there. Just trying to see who it was that had made the run. It was Matty Andrew that had made the run for Bideford.
I think the Slough defence were fairly confident that it would be offside.
Yeah, they were confident he was offside. It was a bit closer than it would like to be. But Scott takes the free kick. MP wins his first ball. It falls through Strutton. Strutton in the penalty area up against Gearing. Strutton being pushed over to the side, and the referee has just run into Charlie Empire. Empire's come down, and there's a foul on the far hand side on Sean Fraser. And Charlie Empire he was running into position, so was the referee. The two of them collided and they both went down. It's one of the funniest things you'll see. It's not the best thing to describe, but Sean Fraser's down on the far hand side at the moment. It looks like he's Superkev signalled that he's fine. He's just been caught. But it was Charlie Empire took time to get back up there from that collision with the referee. So the referee's obviously made of some stern stuff as well.
I think the referees had a quick chat with the linesman to check what happened, because whilst he's down, he obviously couldn't see what was going on.
And Charlie Empire's mostly that's must be the best tackle he's put in so far, and that's on the referee there.
Be asking for a yellow card for the referee there.
Yeah, we've got a goal. Have we got a goal somewhere? Where did I say goal? Oh no, that's Chesham 1, Dorchester 1. Apparently, I was getting excited because it said MA, and I was thinking, who are they playing called MA? It's the Magpies. My fault there. Latest score is Cambridge City 0, Dunstable 0, and Sean Fraser still down on that far hand side. I see Stuart Lake on the far hand side just warming up, just as a precaution. And so with a lot of their injured players sitting around, we've got Adam Fowler sitting here in front of us today. Jake Parsons is there. I can see Ed Smith on the far hand side of the stand. So it's Sean Fraser's off the pitch. He seems to be okay, but Stuart Lake's just run out. It's a free kick to Slough. It's about 5 yards away from the corner flag on that far hand side, right on the touchline, and Putman it would be to take this free kick for the Rebels. This time he plays a long ball, so it's a good ball, and Moore has that to come to punch that one off the head of McDonald, and it's out for a corner on the far hand side. And Putman's going to do a lot of running because he's going to be the one that goes over to take that one.
Slough just been applying a bit of pressure in the last 5 minutes here.
Yeah, and they just really need to make this pressure count, as it still remains. Putman's going to take this corner. This will be an out-swinging corner for the Rebels.
And Fraser's back on the pitch.
Yeah, Bideford have got two men on the near post. Let's come to the first one. It's hit Gearing on the back. It will fall to Empire. Empire goes past Palmer. He's trying to get the ball in. It's come off Palmer. It's going to be another corner, and Slough still putting the pressure on, but it still remains here at Holloway's Park. After 19 minutes, it's Slough Town 0, Bideford 0. And both teams have had their chances, and poor old Lewis Putman's got to run all the way across the other side to take this corner again. This one will be an in-swinging corner. As just see Ed Smith going taking his seat in the stand here. So Putman will take this corner for Slough. This time it's played in. It's aimed for Sear, and again Carl Moore, the goalkeeper for Bideford, had to come out for that one. Sear got the touch. It's out for a goal kick. And Slough have started brightly. We've got another goal in the Southern League. It's Kings Lynn 1, Chippenham nil. Chippenham second in the table, so not a good start for them. King's Lynn sit in 18th. Another team in need of 3 points. As Moore will take the goal kick for Bideford. He's just taking his time. Everyone's literally standing on the halfway line. That one's a poor kick by Moore. That's straight out of touch, and Slough will have a throw in literally just inside the Bideford half. McDonald tries to take this one. He's aimed... why has everyone stopped?
Referee's called it back.
I wondered why everyone stopped. I just thought maybe I'd misheard something.
I think he's taking it just too far up the pitch for the referee's liking. So indeed he will take the throw in this time.
Apparently the Hitchin Poulton Rovers game has been called off. Apparently, according to this is the latest thing is Poulton Rovers are caught on traffic on the M4. It's taken them 3 hours to travel 2 junctions of the M4, and they've decided that the game will be postponed and redone, so there'll be no game there. As the ball just played over by Bideford, it's Hollis with the clearance down the line. Reed wins it for Bideford in the centre of midfield.
He just booted it across field for a throw-in.
Yeah, I think he was trying to look for Tucker, who had made a run, and Tucker mostly just moved a little bit quicker than he was expecting the ball. Putman's got the ball down on this near-hand side, trying to go past the right-back Sampson, but it's out for a throw-in for Bideford. So yeah, just to be confirmed there, the Hitchin Poulton game has been postponed because Poulton are nowhere near Hitchin. If they're stuck on the M4, then they're still miles away from Hitchin, bearing in mind that's down the A505. So Bideford just played the ball through the top. It's just gone over and bounced safely into the arms of Slough goalkeeper Mark Scott, who's wearing a rather nice dark blue, a royal blue colour. Is that what you call that? Royal blue, dark blue?
Royal blue, yeah, with bright orange boots. And
Charlie Empire just goes up there with Palmer. It's one in the midfield by Bideford, but only as far as Sears. Sears trying to play the ball through. Palmer this time with the header. And Sears trying to get through to the ball, but the referee and linesman said no. I think that was a foul by the captain, Matty Bye. He was just leaning in on Adrian Sears. Slough will have a free kick. This one's a little bit further out. This is about 35 yards away from the Bideford goal. And 3 Bideford players are just complaining to the referee about that decision.
Once again, it'll be Putman to take it. If he gets the ball.
Yeah, so
Bideford players weren't in a particular hurry to give the ball back to Slough there. Putman standing over the free kick now.
Yeah, Putman will take this free kick for the Rebels. This one he's going to float into the danger zone towards Empire. Empire beat into the ball by Gearing, and it's come straight out, and Ryan Hope can't keep it in. Slough will have a throw in, and is he going to leave it? He's going to take this one himself, I think. No, he's going to leave it for Adam Nditi to take. Nditi takes the throw quickly to McDonald, gets it back to Nditi. Nditi tries to cut through, goes past Josh Grant, just into the edge of the Pentio, puts a cross in towards Strutton. It will fall. Ben Wood, it takes the ball off the feet of Lewis Putman. It's out for a throw-in on that far-hand side. Just a little bit about the Hitchin game. A lot of the fans on Twitter seem to be a little bit disappointed that it's been called off so late.
And Ben Wood kicked the ball out of the ground there, and he's going to get talking to but from the referee.
He's actually going to get a yellow card
for kicking the ball away.
So the first action is a yellow card to Ben Woods on 24 minutes for kicking the ball away unnecessarily. Just to bring you back to that, Hitchin's game it's literally only just been called off. So it's about 20 past 3 it was called off, and a lot of Hitchin people who are at the ground are complaining it's called off so late that they can't get to another game. But if you're stuck in traffic, unfortunately you're stuck in traffic. And Nditi plays the ball forwards for Slough. It's cleared by Gearing as far as Grant. Grant does well to head the ball out into the path of Tucker. Tucker's coming down this near-hand side, and Nditi's coming to close him down. He takes it into the box. And I'm not sure if it was a cross or a shot. Whichever it is, it's out for a goal kick on the far-hand side. Will, your thoughts of this first half so far?
I think Slough have done well, but had plenty of corners and plenty of free kicks in dangerous areas, but we just haven't quite been able to find the right man to put in the back of the net. However, I think we've been dominating the last 5 or 10 minutes here, and hopefully we can just get that goal.
I think Slough need to maybe not play the aerial ball, and bearing in mind the height advantage of the 2 centre-backs for Bideford.
Just need to mix up a little bit.
Yeah, and you need to clean your notebook, because I just killed a massive fly thing in here. As Palmer does well to chest the ball down. This time he clears the ball, looking for Andrew. Andrew for Bideford can play it out to Reed. Reed trying to play the ball through for Grant. Grant up against Hollis. And that runs into the arms of Mark Scott. And Scott immediately looking this time to maybe throw the ball out, but he's going to boot the ball long, as both goalkeepers seem to like to this today. So Scott it is, takes this goal kick from his hand. It's up towards Empire. Empire up against Reed. Empire wins the first header. Comes to Putman. Putman can chest the ball down. He can bring the ball forwards to Strutton on the far hand side. Slough got a couple of people in the box. This time Strutton puts the ball in. Sear up against, good defending there by Geary. He just took it off as it was falling to Ryan Hope on the far hand side. Tucker plays the ball up, but only as far as Martin. Martin will put this ball into the box. And
Ryan Moore, Kyle Moore
does well against Charlie Empire to win that one, and that's good goalkeeping there. And Moore is this time he's just going to roll the ball outside of the penalty area to take the long kick, try and put Slough underneath pressure, and there's a line of 4 up front for Bideford. It's played forwards. McDonald will be the first head of that for Slough, only as far as Bye heads it on towards Wood. Wood does well to head the ball on. Got a bit of a nudge there from Sean Fraser, and it's a free kick to Bideford. It's literally about 35 yards away from goal. It's right in the centre though, and Bideford immediately send forwards the 2 big towering centre backs in Palmer and Gearing, and you can tell that Gearing's a fair old sized guy. I mean, Gary McDonald's not the smallest player. Gary McDonald's going to be about 6'2", 6'3", and Gearing's a couple of inches taller than him at least.
At least 4 or 5 there. There's slightly similar to Alex Brown a few years ago. It's a little bit stockier though. So
Tucker takes the free kick. He's aimed towards Palmer, and Palmer's shirt was being pulled there in the penalty area by Guy Hollis, but not seen by the linesman. And Mark Scott takes a long quick kick up towards Strutton, but it was up against 4 players, and Tucker is who came over and took that free kick. He comes over to clear the ball. It's out for a throw in on that far hand side. So just a reminder, it remains after 27 minutes here of this first half. It's still Slough 0, Bideford 0, as Martin plays the ball out to Nditi. Nditi 10 yards into the Bideford half, plays it to Putman. Putman up against Gearing, does well to keep the ball, but Gearing's won it in that corner. He's trying to play the ball out towards Grant. Grant up against McDonald, and this time the referee says that that's a foul, and he seems to be picking these little 50-50 barges up, and he's picking up on them quite often. Poole Town 0, Redditch 0, latest score, as Bideford play the ball forward. It only goes as far as Hope. Hope trying to release Strutton down that side. Strutton will do well to keep this one in the far corner. He's kept it in for Slough. Plays the ball back to Hope, who's continued the run. Hope just flicks the ball into MP. MP tries to header the ball on, but not enough power in that header, and safely into the arms of the Bideford goalkeeper, Carl Moore. And Moore can just wait for his team to get back up the pitch a little bit further. But good run there by the new signing Charlie Strutton, deep into the corner, running the channels, as Moore takes another long kick aimed towards Grant. Grant up against McDonald. Surely that was a foul on Grant, but Fraser does well this time to clear up his own mess. He's going to pass it. It's a bit of a short pass, and Benwood can pick the ball up for Bideford. Back to Hockley. Hockley out to Reed. Reed looking for Benwood again. Benwood cleared. Good challenge by Sear, but it's fallen to Andrew. Andrew's giving it to Bye, and this time it's a chance, and it's 1-0 to Bideford here.
It's Grant with the goal, I think. Yeah,
Josh Grant with the goal on 28 minutes, and Slough just stopped for a minute. There was a foul in the middle of the pitch. I think it was on Ben Wood, and Slough just seemed to stop still, and the game still carried on. It's not Ben Wood that's down, unfortunately. I think it's I'm trying to just see. I think it's Reed, the left back. No, not Reed. There's a Bideford player down. Slough just seemed to stop in their tracks, and the ball was played through by the number 7 Matty Bye into the path of Josh Grant. He was clear through one-on-one, no challenge near him. Scott came out, and Grant puts into the back of the goal. So Bideford lead here on 28 minutes.
Unfortunately, Grant was given way too much space on the edge of the box there, and he had plenty of time to just pick how he's going to put it past Mark Scott in goal. Yeah,
it's the number 10, Matty Andrew, who's down for Bideford. He's still receiving treatment at the moment in the Slough half. And again, Slough turned off and conceded another goal. And story of their season so far. And this time, Bideford have taken advantage of that. And Andrew's back to his feet. He's just going off on that far hand side. So the score is here at Holloway's Park. It's now Slough Town 0, Bideford 1. Goal scorer Josh Grant on 28 minutes. Slough will take the kick-off once the referee's happy that Andrew's off the pitch. So Strudden takes the ball. They're flicking it out to Martin. Martin looking for Charlie Mpe. Mpe up against Sampson. And it's out for a throw-in to Bideford. Slough seemed to be concerned that it was more of their throw, but it isn't. And yet again, Slough concede a goal. And Slough will need to come back into the game. Had some good chances, but nothing clear-cut. Only one decent save made by Carl. This time it's thrown forward, and Ditty first to the ball, but
straight back out for a throw-in.
Yep, straight back out. It's another advantage of 5 yards. And Sampson with a throw, aim to scorer Grant. Grant flicks it on well. Flicked on by Hockley, and it will come through to the goalkeeper Scott. Chased down by Benworth, but good play there by Bideford. And Grant hasn't had a lot to... He's taken a bit of a buffeting from the Slough centre-backs, but he's got his goal. As Scott takes this goal kick, aimed down. Empire flicks it on. It will come through to Putman on this far-hand side. Putman's pushed off the ball. It falls to Nditi. Nditi heads it to Strutton. Strutton has got to come back towards the midfield, where he picks out Adam Martin for Slough. Martin goes across to Fraser. Fraser looks forwards. This time he's going to play out the ball for MP. MP turns his player there. But the ball runs all the way through to the Bideford goalkeeper, Carl Moore.
He's going to take his time as long as he can.
Yep. Now we see that with a lot of goalkeepers nowadays in this league. Strudden chases it down, and Carl Moore will take the goal kick. Long kick, looking for the run of Ben Wood. It slicks on by, comes off Guy Hollis, and Bideford will have a throw in, just level with the Slough Town penalty area. And Ben Wood it is that will take this throw in. And he's obviously got a long throw because they've sent up Gearing, the centre-back. He's gone to the far post, being marked by McDonald. So Wood with this throw. It's aimed, flicked on by Andrew, only as far as Mark Scott. And Josh Grant being pulled back again there. And I think someone's trying to swap his shirt quickly as Mark Scott takes a quick goal kick, trying to release Putman. Putman does well to chest the ball down. He's stuck with 2 players on his own. He can't keep the ball in. And it's out for a throw-in.
I think the ball's bobbling a little bit on the pitch, and a couple of players finding it hard to control.
Yeah, I know that the under-18s played here the other night, and there was a couple of quite serious knee injuries. 2 players dislocated their kneecaps, and there's a few divots and stuff on the pitch. So the pitch's not looking the best here at Slough. MP pleads the ball forward to Strutton. Strutton trying to relieve Putman. Putman gets to the byline. He plays the ball in, and good challenge there by Ed Palmer, just as the ball was falling to Charlie Empire. And it's out for a throw-in, and this time Guy Hollis will go along and take this throw-in, looking for a long throw to put Bideford under pressure. Bideford leading here after Josh Grant scored on 28 minutes. And Hollis it is that will take this. Long throw. Slough send up McDonald. And Slough just got to be wary of the counter-attack. It's one through. Gearing first to the header again. And Tucker tries to get the ball before Hollis. Hollis puts the ball into the far post. It's run through. Will Putman keep it in? He can't keep it in, unfortunately. And it's a goal kick. And is that not another yellow card then for kicking the ball away?
Kicking the ball away. It's gone all the way through to Mark Scott.
And Mark Scott boots it back all the way to Kyle Moore. And I can't understand, if the referee's given a yellow card to Ben Wood earlier for kicking the ball away, that was an even more obvious case of what was going on.
I think
and this time he doesn't give a yellow card. So there you go, Moore with the goal kick. It's come through to Hollis. Hollis plays it out to Nditi. Nditi plays that down the line for Putman. Putman up against the right back Sampson. Putman does well to turn him. He can run towards the penalty area now. Is he going to get a cross in? He hits a low cross in. It's come off Reed, only as far as the captain by. Challenged by Empire. Up to Tucker. Tucker can play the ball out for Bideford. Towards Andrew. Andrew turns, goes back to his goal to Hockley. Hockley out to Tucker. Tucker on this near hand side, looking for the ball across. Up for Ben Wood. Ben Wood plays it into the path of Andrew and then Hockley. And Bideford just controlling the game now here as Hockley's got the ball. And Tucker's here on this near hand side, totally unmarked as they play the ball over for Josh Grant.
He's offside.
He's offside there. And Slough will have a free kick.
Just as Bideford is starting to get the foot on the ball and playing it around. Fortunately, they've given the ball back to Slough. Hopefully Slough can now get the ball themselves and play it around.
Yeah, and a goal for Stratford Town.
Goal.
It's Stratford Town 1, Histon 0. The ball's played through to McDonald. McDonald plays the ball to Nditi. Ndity's got time to bring the ball down. He's up against Tucker. Tucker does well to challenge. He's played the ball down the line for Putman. Putman will try and keep the swing. He's up against Gearing.
And he's throw-in.
No, it's no. He's saying it's a goal kick. Is he saying it's a throw-in?
It's thrown by the corner flag.
It's thrown, but it looked like he was saying it was a goal kick. But it's a throw-in, and again, Guy Hollis will go over for the Rebels to take this one.
McDonald once again pushed forwards.
Slough trying to put some pressure on to get back into this game here. They're 1-0 down at home to Bideford. It's played into the middle. Falls to Sears here, heads it into the area. Turns to Putman. Putman turns and shoots. And that one is a little bit wide. And it remains here. I think we played 35 minutes of the first half here, and it's Slough Town 0, Bideford 1. So as Carl Moore just goes to take the
goal kick. He's taking his time.
Yeah, just gonna
kick it forward now, aiming for Grant. But McDonald's can win header forwards, and Gearing wins header himself to buy out to Palmer. I think it's Hockley on the ball now in the centre circle, aiming out wide for Wood, but he's not there, so it's going to be a Slough Town throw-in on the far hand side. Yeah,
Slough Town throw-in on that far hand side. Fraser will take this for the Rebels, and no, he's going to leave it for Hollis. Hollis has decided to go over and take this one, so he's going to put a little bit of distance on this. Plays it long, aimed towards Empire. Empire's beaten to the ball by Hockley, and Slough win the throw-in again. This time Fraser will go forwards to try and take this one. 10 yards inside the Bideford half. Plays it to Hope. Hope plays it back to Fraser. Fraser down the line for MP. MP flicking the ball on for Fraser. Fraser trying to play the ball into Strutton. Oh, it doesn't fall nicely to Strutton. It's just a little bit high. Falls to MP. MP's shot is a little bit wide. Does it come off a player? Putman seems to think so. It is. It's a corner on that far hand side.
Unfortunately, the ball just bounced up and Strutton couldn't hit it first time.
And this time they play it quickly to Nditi. Nditi fires it in. It's going to. Oh, it almost falls for Hope. It'll fall to Fraser. Fraser does well to try and put the ball into Strutton, but it's just hit a little bit too powerfully for him, and it's out for a goal kick on that far hand side. And Slough just not making this pressure count. They've not really had a great deal of chances.
The ball's just not quite bouncing right for Slough. Every time we get half a chance, the ball just seems to bounce up and away from us.
Yeah, so Moore is with the goal kick. Aimed towards Josh Grant. It's flicked on, come off Ben Andrew, flicked off Gary McDonald to Grant. Grant does well to hold it up on that far hand side. He's challenged by 3 Slough players, wins the ball back for Slough. But Slough give the ball away to the captain, Bye. Bye plays it to Hockley. Hockley looking for the run from Ben Wood on that far hand side. Slough looking for offside, but Ben Wood's onside. Drills that way. Oh, it's a great header. He's hit the crossbar from Matty Andrew, and then Ditty's had to clear it just as the ball was about to fall to Tucker. Great leap there by the number 10 for Bideford, Matty Andrew. Great header onto the crossbar with Mark Scott easily beaten. And this time Bideford will have a throw. Are they going to going to let Ben Wood fire this one in again? So another long throw for Slough to defend. Gearing up again for Bideford. This time he's going right onto the 6-yard box. Just wait to see the outcome of this throw from Wood. Wood's aiming for Gearing. He's got the ball first, but a little bit of a push on the back of Sean Fraser. It's out for it's a free kick to Slough. Chesham 1, Dorchester 2. So Dorchester 5th in the table. Be grateful of that second goal. And Josh Grant not standing 10 yards away from the ball there, but Grant will take Scott will take this free kick. Aimed towards Palmer. Palmer up against Strutton. It doesn't fall kindly for Slough. It's cleared by Gearing. Bideford looking for a free kick. Tucker forces Fraser off the ball. Good work by the young, tiny Tucker, but it's a good challenge there by Adrian Sear. This time he's won the ball. He's flicked the ball forward for Putman. Putman can control this. 5 yards out from goal. He comes onto his left foot. He's looking for a ball into the box. It's hit by Gearing into his head. Martin flicks it out for Nditi. Nditi up against Hockley on the edge of the area, gives it to Sear. Sear tries to flick the ball forward for Empire. Empire to Nditi, and Nditi's up against the right back Sampson. He puts a cross in. It's still in. Is it out of play?
Ball went out of play just before Nditi cross it. There's be a goal kick there.
Yeah, so we've played nearly 40 minutes here at Holloway's Park. It remains Slough Town 0, Bideford 1, scored by Josh Grant on 28th minute. And so will be disappointed to concede another goal in that game. It's now Chesham 1, Dorchester 3. And try and give you some more scores as they go.
Ball's gone forward towards Grant.
And that's a foul by McDonald, and he's got to be careful.
Once again.
He's got to be careful, because I thought Grant signalling that he thought it was an elbow, but it was certainly some kind of push.
It's the 4th or 5th time that McDonald's given away one of those free kicks, and the referee's just going to talk to him now. Keep your elbows down, stop pushing the ball. The player, sorry.
Yeah, and McDonald's just had, he's suffering a bit. He's got the very tall gearing up here now for this free kick, so it's about 40 odd yards out for this free kick for Bideford. Tucker it is who will take the free kick. He's going to float this one again, aim towards gearing. Goalkeeper Scott comes out, does well to take that one, and he's looking for Strutton, but Strutton's up against 3 players here. He's done well. He's offside. Soon as he touched the ball, he was offside, and Slough just not learning from what's going on there.
Scott did well there from the free kick. Rushed out 15 yards to grab the ball before anyone could even think about heading it there.
Yeah, it's a good claim, but there's not much point in kicking the ball downfield, and when you've got one Slough player being marked against 3, we need to just build from the back a little bit here. As Moore takes this goal kick up towards Wood up against Fraser. It's out for a throw-in for Bideford. And Ryan Hope's going to bring the ball back to Ben Wood. Last 5 minutes of this first half here.
Gearing's coming forwards.
And Slough just need to be aware of what's going on. And Ben Wood firing in another long throw, aimed towards Gearing. Gearing up against McDonald. This time McDonald wins it clearly. And Slough clear through Fraser up towards Charlie Empire. Empire up against Hockley. He played the ball for Strutton. Strutton just can't take that one in his stride. He's chasing Palmer on that far hand side, trying not to give away a foul. Palmer has got the ball. He tries to play it back to the goalkeeper. Empire chases it down, but Moore does well to clear it. Ball will fall to Tucker for Bideford, trying to flick the ball on for Grant, but well watched by Hollis, and Hollis plays it back to goalkeeper Scott. Scott with a touch there to clear the ball down the line immediately. It's played forwards for Strutton. Strutton goes up against Palmer, and Strutton's just bounced off Palmer there. He's a fair old sized guy. He's a solid defender. And Moore has the ball.
Strutton's not exactly small himself, but just bouncing straight off Palmer.
Yeah, Moore is long kick forwards. McDonald this time beats Andrew to the ball. It falls to Nditi. Nditi can't control it properly. It's come through to By chipping the ball into the middle. McDonald this time comes over, heads it. Nditi on the chest, then heads it, but can't clear it. It's only as far as Hockley. Hockley down the line looking for Andrew in that corner. Andrew does well to play the ball. He's in the corner against McDonald and wins a throw-in. And Adam Martin can't believe that that's a Bideford throw-in, but it clearly came off Gary McDonald. Apparently one of the goals, apparently it's only 2-1 at Chesham. Apparently Dorchester's goal has been called taken off. We'll confirm that one later on. We will give you the half-time scores as we find them during the break.
Ben Wood's come over for another long throw-in.
And again, it's a long throw. Gearing flicks it on into the middle. It's fallen to Andrew. Andrew's got the ball still. He can't get it goalwards. It's cleared only as far as Wood. Heads it back in. Hollis this time clears only as far as By. But again, Slough clear it through Hope. Hope up to Empire. Empire up against Reed. Trying to get past the outside. Surely having his shirt pulled there, and that's the yellow card. And surely again, Ed Palmer has just come over and booted the ball out of the ground. So surely if he gave a yellow card to Ben Wood earlier for doing the same thing, he's got to give another yellow card to Palmer.
And the referee's calling over Woods, who gave away the foul.
No, Reed it was that gave away the foul.
Reed.
And is it booking? He is. He's going to book him. It seems strange that he books him for a yellow card on the halfway line, but he doesn't book another player again for kicking the ball away, and that's on 44 minutes. So literally playing just 30 seconds of normal time of this first half, and then whatever the referee adds on. There's been a couple of injuries. Putman will take this free kick. It's a long way out. It's about 40 odd yards away from the Bideford goal. Slough send forward McDonald. Need to put a decent ball in for this. Plays it in. It's flicked on. It's come to the far post. It's come to C. C can't control it as far as Martin. Martin shoots. Oh, and it's just got. It's good save there by the goalkeeper, Carl Moore. He just got fingertips on that as Martin struck that one. It was mostly still going over, but good save by the Bideford goalkeeper there. And Slough just trying to get back into this game in the very last bits of this first half. It'll be a corner on the far hand side, which Putman will take. And I'd like to see some variation. No one's run forward towards Putman to take maybe a short corner. It's just going to be another long ball curled in. Putman takes this time, he goes to the far post, but Donald wins the header. It's cleared off the line by for Bideford. As far as Tucker. Tucker up against Nditi, plays through to Palmer, the centre-back. Palmer's bursting through. Here he's trying to play the ball over for Grant on that far hand side. It will fall to Grant. Grant can't get
hit his shot.
Yeah, he's tried to take that first time, but brilliant breakaway play there by Bideford, especially Ed Palmer, the centre back, who's just been defending that corner, and he's come all the way. He must have run 60 odd yards to get that ball in and a decent cross in.
A lovely little ball just over the top of the Slough defenders in for Grant, but unfortunately for Bideford, Grant fluffed his shot. Yeah,
Scott takes the goal kick up towards Putman. Putman up against Sampson. It's fallen through to the aforementioned Palmer. Palmer boots the full forwards. Grant will be in an offside position. It will fall to Nditi. Nditi to Sears. He does well to control on his chest. Looking for the ball on the ground, this time to Strutton. Strutton up against three players. He tries to go wide. He can't. He's lost the ball to Hockley. Hockley plays the ball looking for Josh Grant, the goal scorer. Up against Hollis. And Hollis just back heels it. And it comes off Grant for a throw-in on that far-hand side. And Slough just trying to see if they can just pressure. Hollis takes the throw quickly towards Scott. The ball's just run right out of the edge, so Scott's got to come to the edge of his area. He's going to be closed down by the captain. Plays the ball forwards, and it's an easy meet for Stephen Reid, the left back there, to clear down the line. And Scott will come over again to try and take this one. He's going to keep the ball in. Gets it into the penalty box. This time he's going to launch another attack.
We're 2 minutes into extra time now.
And the referee's just looking at his watch. Empire's got his hand up. He's played the ball in. It's come to as far as Martin, but can't control it. And Andrew's got the ball for. And there's a foul there on Sear by Matty Andrew. And I think Sear maybe just fallen on his ankle. He seems to be down in a lot of pain. Stuart Lake again sent to warm up along with Gherkin Gottman. So Slough with a little injury here just on the stroke of the half-time whistle. And we'll try and run through some of the scores that have come through. It's Cambridge City 0, Dunstable 0. We've got Stratford 1, Histon 1.
Also had Chesham 1, Dorchester 2. Had Kettering 1, Hungerford 0. Kings Lynn 1, Chippenham 0. We haven't really scored the others yet.
Biggleswade are 1 up away to Merthyr Town. As Sear is still being treated on the halfway line. It's his ankle again. It's something that he's had a lot of problems with, unfortunately. We've got St Neots 1, Cirencester 0. Apparently it is Dorchester. It is now Chesham 1, Dorchester 3. And Sear is still being treated, so you're not missing any action at the moment. As Will just gets his dad to just bring him some bits and bobs. Didn't bring you another burger though, did he?
No.
Sear's up on his feet, but he's
hobbling.
Yeah, he's going to hobble off.
I think he'll probably stay off until half time and get a bit of treatment at half time by Super Cavs. So
Slough will have a free kick just a couple of yards inside their own half, and literally playing extra time here, injury time of this first half. The ball's played forward into the penalty area. Empire can't beat the ball to Gearing. It's clearly hit the hand of Matty Andrew there. It was accidental, and Fraser this time plays the ball through. Andrew clears the ball for Bideford, and that is the half-time whistle. And the score here at Holloway's Park is Slough Town 0, Bideford 1. The goal coming on 28 minutes with a goal scored by the number 9 for Bideford, Josh Grant. And Slough will again go into half-time with a slender defeat here at the moment, or score, but they've had some good play, but not really created that many
normally clear-cut
chances. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
A lot of corners, a lot of free kicks in dangerous areas, but not quite finding the target. And when it does find the target, the ball seems to bobble up awkwardly. We haven't quite been able to get a good shot away. It's only really Adam Martin's left-footed shot at the end, which got tipped over by Kyle Moore, which looked like it's probably going over anyway, but it would have been close. I think Bideford have had a couple of chances. Obviously, they scored the goal, but late on...
Yeah, they've also hit the bar through Matty Andrew.
Andrew had a free header, jumped up high, hit it across goal, just hit the crossbar. Mark scores well beaten in goal. And I think it's been a fairly even game though. And I think there will be at least one more goal in the second half if we can get the ball to come down nicely.
Yeah, another score is Frome 0, who are 22nd in the table. Leamington, who are top 0. We've got Kings Lynn 1, Chippenham 0. Paul Channel just scored on the stroke of half time, so it's now Paul 2, Redditch 0. And we'll have a look through for some other half times.
I remember the Hitchin vs Poulton game was called off due to Poulton being stuck on the motorway.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of traffic problems around. Apparently the game between Sutton United and Hemel-Hempstead will kick off at 4 p.m. That's due to the match officials being stuck in a lot of traffic. So that game's going to kick off at 4. So obviously some traffic problems around, most probably on the M4. Some of the Slough fans walk past us. What we'll do is we'll take a couple of minutes break just to gather some of the scores for you, and we'll come back with you in about 4 or 5 minutes, bring you full second half coverage of this game between Slough Town and Bideford, and we'll give you some updates of the scores as we go. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the second half coverage here from Holloway's Park between this game between Slough Town and Bideford. Just bear with me 2 seconds. The half-time score here as Bideford come out for the start of the second half. It's Slough Town 0, Bideford 1. The goal scored on 28 minutes by the number 9 for Bideford, Josh Grant. Ball played through with just on the edge of the area, and he beat the advancing Slough goalkeeper Mark Scott. And it's been a fairly even game. Bideford have had some good chances. What we'll do is just bring you some of the half-time scores from around our league. It's also the first round of the FA Trophy today, so some of the non-league clubs in the league below us are playing as well today, and a couple of scores from teams that are local to us. Burnham 0, Dorking Wanderers 0, Aylesbury 2, Hive Town 0. So from our league we've got Cambridge City 0, Dunstable 0, excuse me, pardon that, Chesham 1, Dorchester 3, Frome 0, Leamington 0. Hitchin versus Poulton is the postponed match, and if you didn't pick up on that, Poulton Rovers were stuck on the M4. Took them 3 hours to do 2 junctions of the M4, and they are nowhere near Hitchin, so that game's been postponed. Kettering 1, Hungerford 0, Kings Lynn 1, Chippenham 0, Merthyr 0, Biggleswade 1, Paultown 2, Redditch 0, St Neots 1, Cirencester 0, Stratford 1, Histon 1, and Weymouth 0, Bedworth 0. Just a reminder, there will be a game on Tuesday night. Slough will be at home to Dorchester Town, and there'll also be a game next Saturday where Slough are away to Histon Town in a rearranged fixture. There is a game on the following Tuesday after that, or there should be a game, I should say. We are due to be playing Chesham United in the Reading Shore League Cup. It's a game that we won't be covering here on Rebels Radio, and there's also doubts that the game will go ahead if Chesham, who will be playing in the FA Cup on that Saturday, if they draw, then obviously that game will be called off and rearranged for another day. So those are the up and coming games for us this season. Bideford, like I say, are out early. They seem to be ready for the second half. Slough still stuck in the dressing room. Some of the injured players are just walking past us. Sid Smith's just in deep conversation with the players' manager. He's just going to go and get the ball for one of the young lads here, and that's closest he's going to get to a goal for quite a while, as we're just still waiting for the second half to begin, as the Slough fans start to gather behind the goal. St Neots, if you've got Twitter, St Neots have got a picture of a fan. I'm not sure if it's a St Neots fan or a Cirencester, but the person's dressed as it looks like Orville the Duck. So maybe he's lost a bet there to go and go to a football match. Is that also in the FA Trophy? It's Windsor. Sorry, FA Vars. This would be Windsor 1, Royal Wootton 0. So there's a couple of games there in the Vars that started today as well. And of course, if you do wish to contact us, you can contact us here on Twitter. We are at MyFC Rebels Radio. Feel free to come through and chat to us. And thanks to Keith Handley, who's listening in York. He's a member of MyFC as Slough. Players are just coming out. The management team just going to sit down. Doesn't look like there's any substitutions for either team at the moment. My thanks to Will's dad Clive for bringing a cup of tea at half-time. Very much appreciated. As the only thing we're waiting for now are the officials are just checking the goals now, so we're almost ready to start the second half. As Slough just waiting for Mark Scott to get back in goal. So Slough will be starting the second half. With the kick-off, they will be shooting from left to right. They'll be aiming towards the shed end, as it's been affectionately named, where all the Slough Town fans are gathered underneath the covering there. As the referee's just waiting for everything. He's just making sure that goalkeepers are happy. And the second half starts. And Slough have the ball. They play it out immediately to Ryan Hope. Hope plays it to Fraser on this near hand side. Fraser hits it straight at Benwood. It's out for a throw in on the halfway line, which Fraser himself will take. Throws it to Martin. Martin trying to flick the ball on for Strutton. Strutton can't get there. It's cleared by Reed, but only as far as Fraser. This time it's cleared, and that's a bad challenge there by Adrian Sear on number 10, Matty Andrew. And I think Adrian Sear forgot that he didn't have the ball. And Matty Andrew's been in the war. He was down injured earlier. He's up. He's fine. Both the referee and Charlie Empire fine after their collision in the first half. And it's a free kick to Bideford with Palmer in front of us just to take this, literally right in front of our commentary position. Plays the ball long, aiming on the far side for Tucker. Tucker does well, up against Nditi. Tucker does well, good turn. Keeps the ball in place, puts a cross in at the far post. Ben Woods, good challenge out by Ben Fraser. He gives away a corner, but Ben Wood was standing right behind him there, and if he hadn't got a touch there, Ben would have had an open chance of the goal. And Bideford take the corner quickly out towards Reed. Reed this time plays the ball in. Gearing comes from edge of the area with a header, and that one just goes wide of the goal. So it remains a Slough Town 0, Bideford 1, and Mark Scott will take his time with this goal kick. And just a few people tweeting about the traffic problems that have been around as Scott aims the ball forwards. Empire tries to flick the ball on. He can't get a touch on it, and it's out for a throw right in front of us. And we get a close-up view of the Slough Town Louis Suarez, which is Ryan Hope.
I still say Wilkinson.
As Reed takes the throw in, it's won by Andrew, only as far as Fraser. Fraser just runs into a bit of trouble, gives it to Strutton. Strutton gets the ball at his feet, plays it to Hope. Hope with the ball flicking on the far hand side for Putman. As soon as Putman touches the ball, he's going to be offsides.
It's got to be a very close on that one.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right there. Well, that did look very, very close to him. I think he was maybe just a fraction offside when the linesman looked up, but maybe not when the ball was played. But it doesn't matter. It's a free kick. And Kyle Moore will take this for Bideford. And
Bideford are going to take their time at every opportunity they get.
Yeah, you see that a lot so far this season with goalkeepers. And
Moore's kicked it forward to Grant. He's missed it.
Yeah,
Nditi's going to clear.
And Nditi with the clearance, high one up for Palmer's underneath it. Tries to take it down only as far as Empire. Empire plays it to Hope. Hope gives it back to Fraser. Fraser does well to keep the ball in. Plays the ball down the line but can't keep it in play. And it's a throw in for Bideford. Stephen Reed, the left back, just having a laugh and a joke with the linesman on this near hand side. But Reed takes the throw in. Sear wins the first header as far as Martin. Martin gets caught there a little bit, and the ball's going to go far out to the far hand side where Putman has the ball. He's got Nditi on the overlap, but good defending there by Sampson. But it's Putman does the turn on that far hand side. He's closed down by two. Pushed off the ball a little bit there, and the ball's played forward to Grant. Grant up against four players, does really well to control that ball for Bideford. Play the ball out to Wood on this left hand side. Wood takes his time, looking for. He knocks it past Sean Fraser and then chases his own little knock on, but the ball unfortunately runs out of play, and it will be a throw into Slough at the start of the second half. And apologies if you do get a little bit of buzz in here at the moment, just a slight problem. Ball's played over the top for Strudden to chase. He's up against Gearing. Ball's played clear by Gearing, only as far as Nditi on that far hand side. He's up against Tucker. Tucker does well, but can't keep the ball in, and he's gone down.
He's off the pitch.
Is he off the pitch?
So we'll carry on.
The game's played on. The ball's played forward for Strudden. Strudden does well. He's up against Gearing. He plays the ball in the centre for Adrian Sear. Sear plays the ball out wide for Hope. Hope on this right hand side. It's got an overlap of Fraser, but he just chips the ball in. Empire can't race to that one. It will come to Putman on the far hand side, but good defending there by Sampson for Bideford. Clears the ball down the line, but only as far as Nditi. It will come to McDonald. Back to Nditi for Slough. Slough trying to put a bit of pressure on as Tucker just comes back on the pitch. He's just been told he can't come on as he's just had treatment. Nditi gets the ball back for Slough on that left hand side. Plays the ball to Empire. Empire trying to chest the ball down into the path of Strutton. Strutton up against Gearing. Strutton does well to win the ball and plays it to Putman. Putman's going to place a good cross into the far hand side, but just slightly overhit there, and it's out for a goal kick. And Ryan Hope from Slough will chase the ball because Kyle Moore's just gone into the back of his goal to get a drink rather than get the ball back. We've got some scores that still come through. Windsor 1, Royal Wootton Bassett Town 0. That's a handful to say. As we'll keep you up to date with the scores as we can see as they go around. As Moore takes this goal kick for Bideford, aimed towards Andrew. Andrew up against McDonald. McDonald wins the header this time. Slough win the ball through with Martin, only as far as Empire. Good challenge by Hockley. But Slough won the ball with Adam Martin. Martin plays the ball out wide to Putman. Putman's got Nditi on the overlap again. Nditi getting forward a lot more than he did in the first half. Putman's trying to go past everyone. It's a good challenge there by Tucker. Played the ball well, and he can bring the ball back. He's just budged off the ball there by Martin, but McDonald slow to the ball, and Josh Grant's got the ball for Bideford inside the Slough half. He's been closed down by Fraser. Goes wide to Wood, who's been marked by Hollis. Hollis is beaten down the line by Wood. He's going to go to the near hand side, gets a cross in low. It's cleared by Adrian Sear, but it's still in the danger zone. Scott comes out and says, "That's mine," grabs it off the head of Josh Grant, and again he's trying to look to release Empire. Empire's asked for the ball to play down into the channel. It will come through to Kyle Moore. Kyle Moore will just see that ball out, and good vision there by Mark Scott and some communication by Empire, but just overhit a little bit too much. Empire can't keep the ball in, and Kyle Moore has a goal kick.
Slough were lucky a bit earlier there. It was a 3-on-3, but unfortunately Bideford player Grant couldn't get the ball under control. Had to go backwards for a second, allowing Slough defenders to get back in place.
Yes,
close them down.
We've got a goal in the St Neots game. It's St Neots 1, Cirencester 1. As Kyle Moore takes this ball, it's cleared by McDonald, only as far as the captain by. Comes through to Hockley, back to By, hits it straight at Sear. It'll fall to Ryan Hope. Ryan Hope trying to play the ball forward, and just overhits that one, and Strudden can't get to it. And Moore comes to the edge of his area, picks the ball up, and he's just going to take his time again. He's in no hurry whatsoever. Obviously not worried about the traffic going back down to Bideford. As it's a long ball forward, it's won by McDonald. Hockley in the centre, but charged off the ball by Adam Martin, and the referee says play on, and Hope just booted a long high ball up for Empire to get. Empire gets his head underneath it, but no one helping. Fraser's like the furthest forward player for Slough, as Palmer clears down the line up to Hollis, though. Hollis clears the ball back, and again Palmer's just
booted it as hard as he can.
It's that John Smith's Avett moment from the advert. If you ever remember that, he's just literally got his eye on the ball and booted that as hard as he can. It's gone way down deep into the Slough half, and Slough will have a throw in on that far hand side. Poole Town versus Redditch. Redditch have got a goal back through Carline. It's now Poole Town 2, Redditch 1. And the referee seems to be letting a lot of things go here at the start of the second half. First half he was very picky on 50-50 balls and challenges. This half he seems to have let them go, but it's Bideford who will have he's just Palmer doesn't know where to take it from because the linesman's not telling him anything, but Bideford have a free kick. It's 5-10 yards inside their own half, and Palmer will take this one. Gearing's gone up again for the ball. He'll be the target. Up against McDonald. Gearing does well to win the header up to Matty Andrew, and this time good defending by Sean Fraser. The ball will fall for Putman. Putman's trying to go past two in the centre of midfield. He does well to keep the ball, but the referee says no, and
should have played advantage.
He should have played the advantage,
back.
And Slough have a free kick, and it's just disjointed Slough as Putman had, and then
a poor ball there by McDonald.
Gary McDonald, poor ball straight towards Ben Wood. Ben Wood's trying to chase his own run. It's come through to Mark Scott. Mark Scott's had to come to the edge of the area and chase it. And Slough just a little bit disjointed start of the second half. They're not playing their best as they were on Tuesday night against Leamington, where they were outstanding for the second half, played a lot better. Started this second half a little bit poorer as Reed throws the ball through to Andrew. Andrew's closed down by Sear. Ball will come to Nditi. Nditi up. Empire's up against Palmer. This time he wins the ball and it falls to Strutton. Strutton's just barged off the ball, but Empire's got a chance. The referee's pulled it back. What are you doing, you absolute idiot?
MP was clean through.
He's clean
and then
through.
Brought the ball back for a free kick.
Oh, and that is disgraceful refereeing there. The advantage, I mean, Charlie Empire is through 1-on-1. He's even had his shirt pulled back, which didn't matter because the referee had already blown for bringing the free kick back. But he's got to play the advantage there. He's through 1-on-1 with just the goalkeeper to beat, and he pulls it back for a free kick, which is 30 yards away from goal. How is that any sensible refereeing? It's stupid.
Poor. It's very, very poor.
And I know that
several star players are complaining.
Charlie Empire saying that his shirt was pulled, but it's got no difference to make because he'd already blown the whistle when his shirt was pulled. But he should have played the advantage, and it's ridiculous refereeing.
It's the second time in 2 minutes.
And Gearing he's actually got a yellow card for his foul there. And Gearing gets a yellow on 55 minutes, and Slough have a free kick. It's 30 yards away from goal, but it should have possibly been the advantage played, and Slough would have had a great chance to have made it 1-1. Now this time they're going to have to defend. Bideford are going to have to defend a free kick 30 yards out, which Putman will take for Slough Town. And Charlie Empire still complaining about the fact his shirt was pulled, and so Slough take this free kick. It's played in by Empire. It's fallen into the centre. It's Empire. He was too busy arguing. He wasn't looking at where the game was. Hollis jumps up with Tucker. He just pushes Tucker in the back there, and that'll be a free kick to Bideford. And Tucker's just getting up and saying, oh, you know, how many times am I going to be fouled before you do something? But the free kick there for Slough went into it, and Charlie Empire wasn't on his toes. He wasn't ready for it. And Bideford could clear that danger, and looks like there is a substitution on the far hand side. It looks like a substitution for Bideford, and it is going to be Matty Andrew who goes off, and he will be replaced by, I don't know if he's going to take him off now, is he? We're not sure. There he comes off. He's being replaced by Kevin Squire on 56 minutes. That's the first substitution of the game.
And as that was happening, the referee had a quick chat with John Underwood, probably for the complaints from the poor refereeing.
Well, he's not going to say it's a poor refereeing, but surely, I mean, you can see even now Adam Martin still talking to the referee agency, saying, why did you not play advantage? Where was it? And the substitution has been made for Bideford. So Matty Andrew comes off the pitch. He's replaced by Kevin Squire. And Kevin Squire's immediately gone forward for the free kick that's just inside the Slough half. Ed Palmer will take this for Bideford. And Slough need to get their heads back on and get back into this game and not worry about the referee's decisions. Played through easy for Mark Scott. Comes to the edge of Javert, looking for a long kick up for Empire. Empire up against Reed. Empire does really well. It comes off Reed, and the referee, the linesman here, totally undecided. He couldn't tell whether it did take a deflection off Empire. The ball's gone clear over our heads. It's mostly gone out of the ground, but it's a throw into Slough, and Slough will immediately try and put Bideford under pressure with another long throw from Guy Hollis, as the Slough fans still not really getting behind the Rebels as they did the other day. It's flicked onto McDonald. It doesn't fall to Strutton. It's cleared by Sampson, only as far as Putman on that far hand side. Putman closed down by Hockley. He needs some help, and Ditty offers him that help. And Ditty to try and get the cross in. It's a good cross. It's headed down by Martin. It's cleared by Ben Wood, but he can't clear it very well. It's out for a throw-in, and Slough will try and put this pressure back on to Bideford. And is it Hollis again? I couldn't see because
it's going to be another long throw by Hollis.
So Slough again trying to get some long throws in there. It's flicked on. It's a bit of a fall. It's fallen. So MP turns and scores. Slough have equalised on 58 minutes. A long throw by Guy Hollis. It wasn't really flicked on. It just fell in between a few players.
4 players all fell down. Ball just going over the top of them.
And then it just fell kindly to Charlie Empire, who on the turn fires it past Carl Moore. Carl Moore didn't really have a chance to get out. There was a few bodies in front of him there. And Slough have equalised, and they're back in the game on 58 minutes. And we have a game on, and Charlie Empire is trying to encourage the Slough players as Bideford try and take it quickly, but it's only as far as Ryan Hope for Slough. Hope's immediately closed down by Ben Wood, again closed down by Hockley. Gives it to Fraser. Fraser on this near hand side, up against 2 players. Keeps the ball in. As Hope has the ball for Slough. He's going to flick it through to Empire. Empire's just got kicked in the back there. And Reed it was who did it, but Fraser's got the ball. He's trying to get it in. It's come off Josh Grant. It will be another long throw. This time Slough are going to turn around. Again, they're going to use that same tactic that they had that's just brought the goal for them a minute ago. Right, it's Guy Hollis who's going to go forward. Slough will send through Gary McDonald. They're going to have to be wary this time. Are they going to put in? They're going to have to look alive at the back post. Gary McDonald seems to be unmarked. Gearing's just watching his run. It's flicked in. Adam Martin goes up. Gearing it is with the header. It will come through to Sear. Sear will go out to Hollis. Hollis goes back to Sear, and he's immediately closed down. And that's never a foul referee.
It's very, very soft.
That is the softest foul you've seen. The referee and his linesman are having a nightmare. Adrian Sear just had the ball. Hockley came. I think it was Squire. It was who came across. Squire came in, challenged fairly, just barged Sear off the ball, and the referee's gone, no, that's a free kick. Never in a million years.
Sears knew he lost the ball, so he decided to go down, try and get a free kick.
Yeah, and
it's convinced the referee.
It's 20 yards out for this, and it's going to be Ryan Hope who will take this free kick for Slough. Slough putting Bideford under some pressure here now at Holloway's Park. Hope with the free kick, he hits it in low. It's come off Reed to the far post to McDonald. It's head through. MP scored again! And Slough have turned it round. And in 60 minutes, 2 goals in 2 minutes. 2 goals for Charlie MP. He's turned this game around. And again, the danger came from the fact it was a long throw that wasn't cleared properly. This time Slough had a free kick from that. And you'd have to question the validity of the free kick that was given, but Slough have profited again, and this time Charlie Empire scores. And look at he's encouraging the Slough. Slough are looking a different side now they've scored. Bideford with the ball. This time they're going to play the ball out to Sampson, the right back. Look at he's immediately closed down by Putman. Up to Strutton, he can't control the ball. Gearing's going to have the ball. He plays the ball long. Fraser comes over for Slough and wins the header. Martin up in the midfield. It comes through to Gearing. Gearing heads it towards Wood. Again, Fraser's first to the ball. This time Sear up against Grant. Grant does well for Bideford. He's onto his left foot. He's had to come away from goal. Back to Ben Wood. Ben Wood comes to the left back Reed. Reed puts the ball into the box, aiming for Squire, but well won by Hollis. And a good defending there by Gearing up against Strudden. It comes through to Hockley. Hockley ball over the top, looking for Grant. And Mark Scott does really well to get the ball there on the bounce, as it almost looked like it was going to bounce through to Josh Grant from Bideford. And Slough have scored 2 goals in the game for only the 3rd time this season, and they played the ball long. This time for Strutton up against Gearing. Gearing again wins the ball. Far as Sear. This time the ball will fall to Strutton. Strutton trying to play the ball for Hope. It's just in front of him. And Reed, the left back, can come out with the ball. He hits it down the line for Grant. That's a good ball down. Grant does well to take that on his thigh, but Hollis has come across to the far hand side, and he's actually won a throw-in on that far hand side. So yeah, if you've just clicked on here, strangely enough, it's Slough Town 2, Bideford 1. 2 goals from Charlie Empire in 2 minutes, and it's normally the thing that Slough do is give away goals cheaply in the beginning of a half. This time they scored 2, but Bideford on the attack with Ben Wood. Ben Wood's come through. It's been brought down, and this time, and that's surely a foul on Ben Wood, referee. And Scott takes a really poor kick out of the goal, and Bideford have the ball. Great challenge there by Adrian Sear. Does well. He can bring the ball out for Slough now, but surely that was a free kick on Ben Wood, but it's come through to Putman. Putman on this left-hand side looking for the overrun, and Ndidi. Ndidi's done well, couldn't take it in his path, but he's still got the ball. He's up against Tucker. Tucker does well for Bideford, wins the ball. He can bring the ball out there for Bideford, looking down the line for Squire. Squire up against McDonald, and Squire and McDonald just good tassel there, comes off Squire, and it's out for a throw. But surely that was a foul on Ben Wood, as he was just on the edge of the Slough penalty area.
I think it was probably a foul, but I think just before they handballed it though. So
well, that doesn't make any difference. If you commit a foul, it's a foul.
Yeah, but the handball was before the foul.
Then the 2 decisions there that the referee has given in favour of Slough, one's led to a goal and one's led to the fact that it should have been a free kick just on the edge of the area. As it is, it remains here at Holloway's Park. We have played 63 minutes of the game. It's Slough Town 2, Bideford 1. Ball's played up to Squire, up against Ndidi. Ndidi does really well. Can he keep the ball in? No, he can't. It's just out. And Sampson tries to take the throw in quickly for Bideford. As you can tell that Adam Fowles is not playing football at the moment. He's just come back with a hot dog and a burger. Not both for him, just one for his son. As Charlie Empire's got the ball, he's trying to flick the ball out, but it will come through to Reed for Bideford. Good ball over the top of the back 4 there for Squire to chase for Bideford. He tries to backheel it into the path of Ben Wood, but Ben Wood wasn't anywhere near. Ball's played forward. Strudden does well to chest that in the middle, but good challenge by Matty Bye, the captain of Bideford. Ball goes out on the far hand side. Sampson's trying to play the ball through. It's up to Tucker. Tucker does well to keep it in. He's up against Ndidi. Oh, he skins Ndidi easily there. He's on the edge of the area. He's going to look for the ball in. He's going to shoot himself.
That's gone behind the goal.
And it's actually a corner. I think it came off Mark Scott. But Tucker there had a couple of options in the centre, and I think that maybe the Bideford players are a little bit upset that he didn't take one of those options. But good play by Billy Tucker on that far-hand side. Skinned Adam Ndidi, the new signing for Slough. Went past him, drove into the penalty area, which you always like to see. Unfortunately, his shot was just saved or deflected wide, and it's a corner on that far-hand side, and Tucker will go over to take that for Bideford.
The game's really come alive after those 2 Slough goals. It's getting a little bit frantic as well.
Yeah, another goal is Murphy 0, Biggleswade 2. And it's still 0-0 in the Weymouth Bedworth game as the corner comes in. Mark Scott does well to claim that one in mid-air. And he does what all goalkeepers do when their team leads. He just sits on the ball and lays on it for a couple of seconds, wasting a little bit of time. And Scott this time will take the goal kick. He's aiming towards Hope on that far-hand side for Slough. Can Ryan Hope keep the ball? And it's just run past him. And the Slough management not happy about something. They seem to think that the ball came off a Bideford player. John Under was just having a word with the linesman there. The Slough bench not happy with that. It's taken quickly for Bideford. Grant keeps the ball in. It's flicked on by Tucker towards Squire. McDonald wins it for Slough into the centre thing. It's well won this time by Palmer. Hollis this time. The ball's spending a lot of time in the air. Palmer this time. Hollis. And this time it's won by Grant for Bideford. Only as far as Nditi. Nditi turns into a little bit of trouble. Drills it straight at Tucker by trying to play the ball forward for Kevin Squire. That all just comes through to Mark Scott, who shins it out of the pitch. And it'll be a throw on the far hand side for Bideford. And like you say, this game is just starting to come to life here. And Charlie Empire's got 2 in 2, and there's no Bideford fans on that far hand side. And Grant's just had to get the ball from outside the perimeter barrier there, and he's thrown it on. Ben Wood's going to put another long throw into the box for Bideford. Again, Gearing's up, and Gearing's a hard target. Well won this time by McDonald. Only falls as far as Sampson. Sampson trying to get into the box. He's gone down looking for a penalty, and Bideford are just absolutely disgusted with the referee there that they didn't get a penalty from that. The referee in theatrical terms dived down and said no penalty. And Bideford will feel a little bit aggrieved. I thought that maybe Sampson didn't have control of the ball, but it certainly looked like he was fouled.
Yeah, couldn't quite tell if he was fouled, if he just jumped over the leg. But Slough possibly lucky, you could say there. Yeah,
so it's Mark Scott. He's going to take this resulting goal kick, and Carl Moore's just got to be careful in that Bideford goal. He's standing way outside of his penalty box. The ball's played forward. It's Putman up against Gearing. It's come off Gearing's head. It'll be a throw-in on the far hand side, just by the home dugout. We'll just see if we get some more scores from around. Histon have taken the lead. Histon, who we visit next Saturday, have now taken the lead at Stratford. It's Stratford 1, Histon 2. And it's just, I thought it was a substitution. The referee's just calling Adam Nditi over, just for a word. Did he get a card out? He is. So Adam Nditi becomes the 4th player into the book, and he receives a yellow card on 67 minutes. And we just couldn't see what it was for. I think it was for kicking the ball away again. And it's a throw-in for Bideford, level with the home dugout, taken by Sampson on that far-hand side, up towards Squire. Squire does well to hold off Nditi, plays the ball down the line, but Josh Grant would need a motorbike to keep that one in. And again, Slough do exactly what Carl Moore did in the first half. They don't rush to take the goal kick, and Grant has had to go over and kick the ball back for Scott to take it. And Scott goes and wastes a little bit of time by taking it onto the far hand side. A couple of substitutes warming up on the far hand side for Bideford, McGrath and Harrison. Just warming up, no sign of them coming on yet. As Scott takes this goal kick aimed long towards Empire, up against Palmer. Palmer does well to win that one. It will fall to Tucker. Tucker does well, good chest down, flicks the ball forward, but McDonald does well to win the ball, plays out to Nditi for Slough. Oh, and Nditi just overruns it a little bit, hits it, but Tucker and some good defending there by Tucker, gets the ball back as Bye plays it over the top for McDonald. McDonald wins the ball, and Sear with the header, but again it only falls as far as Matty Bye, the captain for Bideford, plays it to Ben Wood, closed down by Fraser, but Ben Wood's had to come to the left back. Reed replays chips the ball forwards, and Slough will just let that bounce through safely into the arms of Mark Scott. He's just letting Grant chase it down. And you don't like to see goalkeepers waste time. Let's get on with the game. Doesn't matter which team it is. You know, we come here to watch football, not to see people time waste. Let's get on with it. Come on. So Scott, long kick down the line this time, aimed towards Empire. Empire up against Palmer. Palmer wins the ball again. This time Fraser wins the second header, and Charlie Empire can't keep the ball in. Throw in literally right by us. Wood takes it quickly, looking for Squire up against Hollis. Hollis has done really well to defend that one. Good defending by Hollis. He plays the ball down Empire. Okoye flicks the ball on for Strutton to chase up against Palmer, and Strutton does well. Plays the ball back to Moore. Moore's first touch is poor, and he does well to kick that out of his think before Strutton got to it. Adam Martin just played the ball. He's been fouled by Tucker, but Tucker's up, got the ball to Nditi. Nditi on that far hand side, closed down, gives it to Sear. Sear plays it through to Putman. Putman does well, trying to turn the ball to Slough, just trying to say that there was a free kick. Has he given a free kick?
He's given a free kick for Slough. Foul on agents.
Either I'm going deaf, or he's got the quietest whistle I've ever seen. Slough take it quickly with Putman towards Nditi. Nditi, lovely little dink into Putman. Putman on this left hand side goes back to Sear. Sear kind of trying to come forwards, back to Nditi. looking to get it into Hope. Hope playing there, just lovely little ball into Ndidi. Can Ndidi get the ball? He can. Oh, and he's hit the post. MP. It came to him quickly, and he's hit it first time. This time, Sears trying to get a shot in. The ball falls to Hope. Hope plays it out to Putman. Putman again releases Ndidi on that far hand side. This time plays the ball in, and it's cleared by Hockley, but only as far as McDonald for Slough. Slough putting some pressure on. Ball's played in, Gearing with the clearance. Good play there by Grant to play the ball out to Reed for Bideford. Reed just inside his own half, looking for a ball across for Squire. Squire up against McDonald. Squire bumps into him. McDonald's pulled his shirt away, and
the referee's given a free kick, and he's probably going to book McDonald's.
But Charlie Empire had a chance there, and Ndidi did really, really well. Got the ball in, hit it in low, and Charlie Empire turned his body, got the ball forwards. He hit it, and it's hit the post and come out. Charlie Empire was on the hat trick there. He couldn't guarantee get it in. And is he getting his yellow card? I think they're.
Just gonna wait for the Bideford players to move out of the way.
Yeah, so McDonald gets a yellow card, and that's on 71 minutes here at Holloway's Park, and it also means that Bideford will have a free kick. It's about 20 yards away from the Slough goal. Slough will look like a 5-man wall lining up to defend this one, and it's a dangerous position for Bideford. As two Slough fans decide to leave early. You going to the rugby or something? I don't know. It's a free kick, and they've just moved it a little bit more centrally, have Bideford, and it's Palmer and Tucker standing over the ball for Bideford. Slough just organising their ball. They're never 10 yards in a million years. The referee's just going to walk that one out. He's got very small steps. That is never 10 yards, referee.
Tucker barely gets to the shoulders of Palmer there. Huge height difference between the two.
And Slough just got to be a bit careful here as Bideford have a chance to get back into this game to 2-2. It's 2-1 at the moment to Slough, but this free kick, they've just moved it out a little bit as well, so it's now about 25 yards out. Tucker and Palmer over the ball for Bideford. Slough with a 4-man wall, and Tucker leaves it for Palmer. Palmer hits it, and he's just drilled that one. It's actually come off the top of the wall by the looks of it. It's out for a corner on the far hand side, and Bye will go and take that for Bideford. So Bideford still putting the danger on for Slough, and Slough just trying to defend this corner. Again, the two big lads of Palmer and Gearing go up. Also Squires on there with a bit of height. It's aimed at the far post. It's a free header. It's down. It's come to Adam Martin, and Slough can't clear it properly. It's still come to Squire in the penalty area. It's going to come through. It's a great challenge there by Sear. Slough just throwing their bodies in it, and Empire can bring the ball away for Slough. He's trying to play that out for Sear. Sear will do well to keep that in. It's just been caught, and that's got to be a yellow card.
Bye.
It's the captain Bye. There's an injury down in the penalty area as well for Bideford.
There's Palmer. Slough putting their bodies on the line to get the blocks in.
And do you know,
great
I
defending.
can honestly say I don't think I've seen Slough defend like that for much this season. They were really throwing their bodies in. Adrian Sear with a fantastic block in the centre, and Mark Scott has just come all of his way out of the penalty area, just literally to the halfway line to congratulate Adrian Sear on what was an outstanding block by himself. And Ryan Hope's just chatting to his mum. I presume that's his mum. Don't wish to be rude, but it's someone he knows in the crowd. And yeah, Maddie Bye, the captain of Bideford, gets a yellow card in the 73rd minute. And Palmer is who's down injured in the penalty area. Some choice words coming from the Slough stand. And Palmer still being treated for injury down there. A couple of goals for you already. We've got Cambridge City 1, Dunstable 0. Kings Lynn 2, who are sitting 18th in the table. Chippenham 2nd, 0. So an upset there coming through. The last week, Dunstable have just equalised. There you go. See, not catching up. It's Chesham 2, Dorchester 3, and it looks like Chippenham are missing the chance to go back on the top of the table. Leamington still drawing 0-0. And Palmer's now back to his feet. He's obviously got a little bit of a bang on the leg there. And Ryan Hope's just chatting. He's just having a bit of a laugh with some of the Slough fans.
That's with Jake Parsons there.
I think he's just chatting with some of the fans. And Palmer's gone off behind the goal. He's actually been helped off the pitch there by Mark Scott. And I believe that a substitution was made. Palmer has gone off and just couldn't see which. I noticed Yeah, Palmer's been replaced on 75 minutes, by Dan Harrison. And I was quite surprised because McGrath, I think, is a defender. I think he was playing for Froome at the start of the season, and he didn't come on. So it's a free kick to Slough. Scott takes this ball. He's aiming for Strudden, but that's not the best of kicks there by Mark Scott. It's gone out straight on the far hand side for a throw in to Bideford, and Slough will need to just stem this the Bideford attackers. It's thrown in, won by Squire, but only as far as Strudden for Slough. Strudden does well, great little control there, plays the ball back to Adam Martin. Martin will come to Fraser on this near hand side. Fraser's got time, try to play the ball through for Strudden. Strudden will chase that one to with Carl Moore, but Strudden just runs into him, gives him a friendly little push, but Carl Moore can take this goal kick for Bideford. As it remains here with literally 15 minutes of the second half to go on. It's Slough Town 2, Bideford 1. Ball's played up for Squire. Squire up against McDonald. Squire does well to win the ball on. And Ditty comes in with a good challenge on Tucker. And Ditty trying to play the ball down. He can't get it through. Hockley comes back for Bideford. Clear down the line for Sampson. Putman defending as Nditty's further up the field. Slough have the ball. It's Sear. Plays it to Nditty. Nditty looking for hope on that far hand side. Reed has to come across. It'll fall to Ben Wood. Ben Wood can't get a clearance. Only as far as Adam Martin. And Slough just trying to play the ball. Trying to play the ball for Putman. That's a good ball. Putman's come from deep to get that. He's on the far hand side. Needs a little bit of help. Goes back to Adam Martin. Martin just in that centre midfield to Sear. Sear will look to come wide. Plays a lovely little ball in there, but well spotted by the substitute Harrison.
And Strutton's just brought down his man.
Just caught him a little bit there.
It's going to be a free kick for Bideford just outside their own box. And
the attendance today is 236, a little bit low there. And Cirencester have scored again. So it's St Neots.
St Neots 1.
St Neots 1, Cirencester 2. As the ball's played forward. Squire tries to flick the ball on, but he'll run through safely into the arms of Mark Scott. Mark Scott just going to waste some time again. And it's chased down by the captain by. And the ball will be played forward. Scott will take this from his kick from his hands. Squire just going to go and chase this one down. Scott takes this one. Again, it's not the best of kicks. Straight out of play on the far hand side. And Slough just needs to just control the game a little bit more here. Gearing throws the ball down to Sampson, who's going to take the throw in. He's literally by the home dugout. As Slough try and defend this one. It's thrown forward. Squire flicks it on for Bideford. It can't. There's a poor touch there by Tucker, and it'll come through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal, who picks the ball up. And this time he's not looking for that quick ball down, is he? Scott this time with this long kick, gearing up against Strudden. Gearing does well to head the first one, but it comes through to Adam Marley. Lovely control on the bouncer. Is he going to have a shot? He plays it to Hope. Hope will play it back to Sear. Sear seeing the overlap run of Fraser, but plays it to Hope. Hope cuts inside, looking for the ball over the top. Lovely ball there, just into the path of Putman, but he just can't control that one. Just stretching a little bit too far, Lewis Putman on that far hand side, but good ball there by Hope. And final substitution for Bideford. It is the aforementioned Chris McGrath coming on. Just trying to see a number who's coming off. I think it's going up. It's going to be Billy Tucker, number 4, who's off, replaced by McGrath, and that's on 78 minutes.
You may remember Palmer was substituted off earlier. He's still making his way round to dugout. It looks like he's hobbling quite badly.
Yeah,
it doesn't look very good for him.
And Slough just warming up a substitute. Not used a sub yet of Slough. And strangely enough, we seem to have had a flurry of yellow cards, 6 in the game. Not really been that many dangerous tackles, as Sear wins the ball for Slough, but it's only as far as Hockley. Hockley down for Wood, beaten to the ball by Fraser. Slough get the ball to Adam Martin. Martin looking to play it down the line off Fraser. Fraser does well to bring the ball up to MP. Oh, lovely little dummy from MP. He's trying to chase his own run there. Gets to Gearing. Gearing does really well. Just overplays the ball to Reed. Reed's going to have to go down the line. Handball by Wood, surely. Wood's just flicked it on for Squire. Squire up against McDonald. Squire's first to the ball, but McDonald's done well to win it back. Plays it dangerously into the path of Scott. And Scott's had to come out, and he's just cleared that anywhere he can there. And this time it's a little bit better. Substitution on the far hand side for Slough. And it's going to be... And Charlie Strudden exits after his debut. Not had the best of luck, and he's replaced by Stuart Lake. And that's on 80 minutes. So Slough make their first substitution of the game, and Strudden's done a lot of. I think that maybe Lake will just sit in there and defend a little bit, as McGrath, it looks, has gone up front for Bideford. It's going to be a long throw for Bideford, most will be taken by Ben Wood, and straight away Stuart Lake goes into the middle of the thing. It looks like he's marking McGrath. Long throw for Bideford. It's 2-1 here at Slough with 10 minutes of the game remaining. 2 goals from Charlie Empire in the 58th and 60th minute, replying to the first half goal by Josh Grant. Long throw Bainman. It's won by McDonald. It will fall to Empire. Empire does really well to get that. And Ken Slough gets the ball first. No, good play by Sampson. Oh, and then Sear can't control it. It's hit him on the shin as he tried to attack. And it's a quick throw. Is it going to? No, they're going to take a long throw again. Wood's going to take this long throw for Bideford on this far hand side. Again, he's going to deliver this one into the box. Aimed for Gearing. This time Gearing does win the flick on it. Goes to the far post, and it's safely seen out by Mark Scott there just before the right back Ian Sampson could get to that one. And Slough see off the danger there, and it remains here at Holloway's Park 2-1. Just to see if we can find some more scores for you from around. It's still 3-2 at Chesham. Nothing of interest yet at the moment. As Scott takes the kick, McGrath bumps into Empire, and it's a throw in for Bideford on this near hand side. Looks like Empire's gone in to McGrath's gone as centre back, and Harrison's gone right back. And Sampson's playing a little bit further up for Bideford. Hollis has the ball now for Slough inside his own half. Clears it down the line. It's going to bounce into the stand, and Slough take their time in. Slough fans being told not to throw it on so quickly. Don't throw it so quickly. As Reed throws the ball down, he's going to get it further. Ben Wood's going to take this one again. This time there's a lot more height. There's McGrath and Gearing to go forwards. Wood it is with this throw-in. Again, long, good throw. This time McDonald does really well to clear it, but only as far as by. Heads it back into the danger zone. McGrath can't get it. Head it towards goal, and Adam Martin comes across for Slough. Plays it to Nditi, and Nditi can clear the ball up the line. Empire's up against Harrison. Leaves the ball for Reed. Reed scuffs that ball forwards. McDonald wins the first header. It falls to Hollis, who somehow hooks it away, but only as far as Grant. Grant up against 2 players. He's won a throw-in, and the Slough Slough fans there totally agreed with that, but Adrian Sear does really well. Wins the ball deep in the Slough half. Plays the ball up for Fraser. Fraser up for MP. MP can't control it. It's with Bye. Heads it back to Reed. Back towards the captain Bye. Captain puts it into the box, looking for Sampson on that far hand side. Up against Nditi. Nditi does well, but Sampson's got the ball for Bideford. Unfortunately, he's taken a bit of a wild slash at that one, unfortunately, and he's put that one deep into the undergrowth behind that far goal. And Slough again withstand the pressure here, and we're into the final 7 minutes of the game, plus whatever the referee adds on. The score here at Holloway's Park is Slough Town 2, Bideford 1. There's a goal in the Weymouth game. It's Weymouth 1, Bedworth 0. And the ball's flicked on for Ryan Hope. He's just been beaten to the ball by Reed. It's played back to the goalkeeper by Harrison. Harrison, it's more long clearance, only as far as Martin. Martin to Charlie Empire. Empire's got time to control the ball. Plays it off the left back Reed. It's a throw in for Slough, literally right in front of our commentary position. It's going to be taken by Sean Fraser. Is he going to leave it? No. Yeah, he's going to leave it for Guy Hollis. Guy Hollis is just going to maybe just throw this one deep into the area. Throws it towards Empire. Empire trying to flick the ball on his nose. He flicks it towards Lewis Putman. Lewis Putman's deep inside the box. Tries to find Hope. Oh, he's found Hope, and Hope just skies that one off his foot. Carl Moore actually does really well to keep that one in play, and he'll be able to kick that from his feet. Instead, he throws it out to Gearing. Gearing immediately closed down by Charlie Empire. Charlie Empire doing some good running. Plays the ball out to Reed, the left back. Closed down by Hope. They're about to go all the way back to Moore. Moore, poor touch on his edges there. He's cleared it well this time. This time it's flicked on really well into the path of Squire. Squire up against Hollis. He's got it onto his left foot. He's gone down, and that is Squire got challenged there by Guy Hollis, and I thought that was a foul.
I thought it was a foul as well.
And that should have been a penalty.
Hollis has got lucky there.
and Slough have got away with another poor refereeing decision yet again. They haven't had a lot of luck this season, but someone's going to get a yellow card. I think it's going to be Gearing. If he is, he will be off the pitch because he's already picked up one yellow card. So is he? He is. Yeah, Gearing's been sent off for dissent. He's got a red card here in the 85th minute of the game. He obviously felt that was a penalty, and he's still pointing at the referee, calling. I'd say the choice of language is what you'd call colourful.
The 85th minute.
To say the least. But Gearing, that means a Bideford down to 10 men, and they really needed to keep their players on the pitch. It was, in my eyes, a penalty. And I think is Squire getting a yellow card as well? Now the referee's saying he's got to put the ball down because he's saying it's a... So if he's saying it's a foul or a dive, because he's making Mark Scott take the kick from dead ball situation, he surely should have booked Squire for diving. I thought it was a penalty. Bideford fans, if you are listening, I thought it was a penalty. Will here, sitting next to me, he thought it was a penalty. The only person in the ground who didn't think it was a penalty was the man that mattered the most. That was the referee, Mr. Jason Connolly. And he therefore decided that Gearing's language was a little bit too much. Oh my, giddy aunt, there's a score just there. The ball's played forward. Bideford. Kevin Squire wins that first ball. It's come through and Mark Scott. Oh, and he's been clattered there. And that is going to be a straight red card, surely. Sampson has just gone flying into Mark Scott there. He was trying to play the ball, but he's clearly clattered him and knocked him flying in the air.
Scott's on a front flip.
And it's literally as if you've been taken out in... It's a challenge. And there's a bit of pushing and shoving there between Harrison and Gary McDonald. And that was a really bad challenge there by Ian Sampson. He went in full force and he just didn't seem to stop himself. And he's absolutely clattered into Mark Scott. And Mark Scott's down, getting some treatment. He flips over as if someone just taking his legs out, like in a rugby tackle or something like that. And it's just going to see what the referee does about the number 2, Ian Sampson, with that challenge. And the referee's just calming stuff down as there was a little bit of argy-bargy. I've got a score in a game in the West Dids and Chawton League. West Dids, maybe that's their team name. Apparently it's 15-1 is the score.
The referee's talking something.
It's a straight red card for Ian Sampson on 87 minutes there for that challenge. And Bideford are now down to 9 men, just when they needed to keep their players on the pitch and keep their head. The referee, with that decision not to give the penalty, led to Gearing getting sent off for the second yellow card, and Sampson has just gone flying in with Mark Scott still being treated now. That was a poor challenge. He literally looked as if he was more in anger at trying to get the ball, and as Scott beat him to the ball. Scott still being treated on the pitch, and Slough obviously have no second goalkeeper, with Luke Williams gone on loan. And
Slough do have some substitutions left though if they need to use them.
Yeah, they are.
But it would be an outfield player in goal.
Well, if that was the case, you'd expect one of them to be getting ready now. So, it looks like it's his knee, his left knee, is Mark Scott's injury. As someone gives the linesman a little bit of abuse here, and and Mark Scott still being treated here. So it looks like a culmination of injuries for him, and Bideford will be disappointed with the fact that when they needed to keep their players on the pitch, their discipline has deserted them, and 2 red cards in the space of 2 minutes means that they're down to 9 men here, and Slough will be hoping to see the game out. And we've got a fair bit of injury time playing play. We are literally in the last minute of normal time as Mark Scott does get to his feet, and
it's a good sign seeing Scott back to his feet.
Yeah,
he has to carry on.
And the linesman's on the pitch. The linesman's got something to say to the referee. I don't know what. He's talking to him about something, I don't know. Whatever it is, I don't know. But Scott gets the ball out of the back of the net, because that's where Bideford had put it after Scott was crunched to the ground there. And so Scott will take this free kick. We literally have played 45 minutes. It will be just whatever the referee adds on for the end of this second half. It remains here with whatever the referee adds on. It is Slough Town 2, Bideford 1. There's a goal in the Chesham game. Chesham were 3-1 down. It's now Chesham 3, Dorchester 3. And Scott is able to take this free kick for Slough. As again, just wasting a little bit of time. Ball's played long this time. And McGrath will win that for Bideford. Heads it down towards Bye. It's won by Martin. Martin will play it out to Sean Fraser. Fraser with the time to play the ball forwards. Up against 9 men. Slough need to just make this extra man count. Martin trying to put one of those glory balls over the top, and Kyle Moore will keep the ball in. And Slough just need to... they're playing literally like an 8-0-3 formation or a 7-0-3 formation. Moore with the long clearance up towards Grant. Fraser is with the header for Slough. Harrison flicks this one on. It will fall to Putman. Putman flicks it on, and McGrath goes back to his goalkeeper, chased down by Charlie Empire. Moore takes the first touch, does well to clear the ball, but it's not the best of clearances. And Putman tries to watch it go out for the throw-in on that far-hand side.
Slough just leaving Putman and Charlie MP up front, using that pace to try and get him behind when they can.
Well, what they need to do is keep the ball in these last few minutes if they're going to see this game out. They are playing against 9 men, remember. Nditi plays the ball through. Putman can't control it. It's cleared by Bideford, only as far as for Squire, but it's beaten to the ball by Hollis. This time the ball's played forward for Grant to Maguire. He's drilled that, smacked that straight into the face of Adam Martin. Adam Martin was thinking, should I go down? And yeah, I'll go down for that, but he's back to his feet. It's a throw-in on this near-hand side. It's the last chance for Bideford to put the ball into the box. Lacking a little bit of height now that both Palmer's on the pitch and Gearing. And it's still 2-1 here, so anything could happen. So now need to defend this throw-in quickly. Benwood with the long throw for Bideford. Slough need to be on their toes. They've sent a lot of men back. It's played in. It's well won by Stuart Lake. It will fall to Ryan Hope. Ryan Hope tries to flick it only as far as Bye. Bye tries to put it into the areas. Beaten to Harrison to the ball. And Ditty can try and clear for Slough. Hope's got the ball. He can't get a decent clearance. Only as far as Bye again, the captain of Bideford. Plays it to Wood. Wood trying to flick the ball forward, but Martin just boots that ball down the field. Anywhere will do for the Rebels. And Moore has plenty of time in the Bideford goal to bring the ball forwards. He's coming 20 yards out of his goal to try and get a bit further down. Plays a long ball forward. Again, aim for Squire. Squire's having his shirt pulled by Hollis. Falls through to Fraser. And he's given a free...
I'm not quite sure how he's given that to Slough.
How has he given a free kick to Slough when both players were... I mean, you could obviously see from our angle that Hollis was holding Kevin Squire. But surely, if it was 50-50, you just can't let the game play on. He's given it as a free kick to Slough, and again, another decision by the referee, Jason Connolly, has gone in Slough's favour, and Slough have benefited from a few of his mistakes. We've played 48 minutes of the second half, still no sign of the referee blowing up. It remains here, Slough Town 2, Bideford 1. Ball's played forward, McGrath wins that ball against MP. This time it's won by Bye. It's well won by Sean Fraser in the centre of midfield. To Martin. Martin just playing that ball forwards. Aimed up aimlessly. Reed does well to head it back towards his goalkeeper Moore as Ryan Hope comes down and closes it down. But Slough just literally are playing with 7 men at the back. The ball's played long. And this time Josh Grant plays the ball. It's up towards Hollis. Hollis boots his ball high into the air. Sear and Hockley underneath it. It's well won by Sear. It will forward as far as Harrison. Harrison flicking the ball forward to Squire. Squire trying to find Grant, cleared by Fraser. It will fall to McGrath. McGrath to Bye in the centre of midfield for Bideford. He's looking for an angle. Sees on the far hand side Wood. Well spotted by Anna Mendisi, and he can bring the ball forwards. Plays it down the line, and it's chased by MP, but well won by McGrath. McGrath plays it to Bye. Bye looking again for the ball down the line, and they'll let that ball roll. And McGrath will control it, and he's just going to take his time and let Benwood try and chase it down. Another goal in the Chesham Dorchester game. It's now Chesham 3, Dorchester 4. We've got a full-time score coming through. It's Cambridge City 1, Dunstable 1. Kettering 2, Hungerford 1's a full-time score. As Mark Scott Luke's puts another big ball forward. It's well won by Putman. So far as Sear trying to find Empire, but McGrath does well for Bideford. Up towards Squire. This time Stuart Lake plays the ball forward. Putman's up against McGrath. McGrath wins that first ball, but it falls as far as Empire. Empire's on a hat-trick here. He's going to take a run towards goal. He's got players near him. Adam Martin's free. Challenged by Bye. He's going to play the ball on the far hand side, and Putman will. It's offside. And Slough just trying to see this game out here for another 3 points. Final score, Frome 0, Leamington 0. So they're top of the table against 22nd, couldn't get a victory. It's Kings Lynn 2, Chippenham 0. As Moore kicks the ball down the field. Ben Wood tries to flick it through to Grant. Grant's inside the penalty area, well challenged by Sean Fraser. Mark Scott comes diving out to grab the ball. And Slough still trying to see off. Bideford still trying to hang in here. 2-1 down with 9 men.
Into the 50th minute. Can't be long now.
So Slough fans, and that is the final whistle here. And at Holloway's Park, we've seen a very eventful second half as Slough come back from 1-0 down with 2 goals from Charlie and Pete in the space of 2 minutes. Gives Slough a 2-1 lead. And the referee, I think, is going to get a bit of abuse maybe from some of the Bideford teams. There's a lot of handshakes going on. It's all fine on the pitch. But the referee has made a few decisions here today, especially in the second half, which I think he's got the wrong way round. Some of them have benefited Slough to a great extent. He's turned down 2 possible penalty appeals, gave Slough a free kick. He obviously gave that free kick to Slough when Slough had the advantage 1-on-1. He's not had the best of second halves. It's resulted in 3 points for the Rebels, and it's that same thing again. If Slough do not concede more than 2 goals, they are unbeaten in this league, and that's what they've got to learn to do. And Charlie Empire has been named man of the match for his 2 goals, and Neil Baker's just guiding some of the Bideford players away from the referee. They're not as happy with his performance. You can still see Squire chatting there, talking to him. The manager's just gone over. The Bideford manager's just gone over, and it's all being calmed down. And the referee's getting escorted off by 2 stewards. So here at Holloway's Park, we hope you've all enjoyed today's commentary. Thank you all for listening. It has finished here at Holloway's Park. Slough Town do, Bideford 1. Slough get a welcome 3 points. We'll be back on Tuesday night where Slough will face Dorchester Town, who look, I don't know if that game's still going on, but Dorchester look like they're in form, so that should be a good game. And if you can't come to the game on Tuesday, you know you can catch us here. It was full time in that game, Chesham 3, Dorchester 4. Come down. If you can't come down to the game, we will be broadcasting live as we do on Tuesday, and you can catch us there. So we wish you all the best of luck. We also wish England all the best of luck in the rugby today. And until Tuesday, Will, thank you very much.
Thank you, Heather.
So until Tuesday, we wish you all the very best. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you all soon.